From KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102, broadcasting 24/7, 365. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
High school basketball is on the air. Eagle 102 sports coverage of high school hoops is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bank of Louisiana, Calumet of Missouri, Eolia Landscaping Supply, Hankey Construction, Bowling Green Chevrolet, the Bibb Beach Funeral Homes LLC, and Collier Funeral Home, Cellular and Satellite Center, Bowling Green Tractor, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Bank of Missouri, Kathy Clean, J&D Tire and Auto, Meyer Implement Company, County Market in Louisiana, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Bowling Green Insurance Agency, Family Drug in Louisiana, the Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center, by Ingram Plumbing, the Airyback Life Team, Liggins Flooring, Old Tops Pawn Shop, Midwest Pest Professionals, Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Pam Todd Watts Realty, People's Bank and Trust, Perkins Electrical Service, Young Enterprises Incorporated, All Parts in Louisiana, Pike County Mutual Insurance, B&B Automotive, Spring Hollow Coffee, the Mercantile Bank of Louisiana, Mike's Tire Service, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, and by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate. Now, KJFM Radio presents coverage of high school basketball on your area sports leader, Eagle 102.
And welcome to night number 4 from the 2020 Clopton Invitational here on Eagle 102. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart, all here tonight. We've got some major changes to the bracket, but we still have 4 games on the schedule tonight as we wrap up the preliminary portion of this tournament. And all the championship games have been moved to tomorrow night. We'll talk about that when we come back on the pregame show on Eagle 102.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet, just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself, Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
The 24th annual Clopton Invitational continues tonight on Eagle 102. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross here in the old gym, Marianne Everhart in the high school gym. And Jim Ross, we've had some major changes to the schedule for championship nights. Now it's just night, and it's tomorrow night because of some weather that's expected on Saturday up north that would have affected Mark Twain and Monroe City. Why not? At this point, why even take the chance of getting stuck down here at Clopton or stuck at home and having to forfeit a championship game? So they've moved it all to Friday night, and they'll utilize both gyms.
Better to be safe than sorry for sure, but I get the feeling from looking at the broadcast, those of us in Pike County are going to have a Saturday night off now, and the weather's going to be fine.
Right. Round of golf?
Well, we might not go that far.
Yeah, all right. But here's how the bracket will look tomorrow. It'll start, all the action will start here in the high school gym at 4:30 with the boys' third place game. Also in the high school gym, they'll have the ladies championship, that's at 5:50, and then the championship for the men at 7 o'clock. So it's going to go boys third place, ladies championship, and boys championship. And in the old gym, they'll start things also at 4:30 with the girls consolation game between Wright City and Silex, then the boys consolation game, and round out the night with the third place game for the girls between Mark Twain and Elsberry. So the girls kind of get the short end of the stick and will play 2 of the 3 championship night games down here in the old Clopton gym.
Who used to say it? Just win, baby. Just win, and you get to play in a good gym, right?
Exactly. But that's how the schedule will look. Now tonight we've got 4 games on the slate here to see who's in the championships and consolation games and who goes home after 2. We'll start here in the old gym with the teams on the floor right now. Mark Twain and Elsberry in a 4-8 matchup. Mark Twain was the only team in the top half of the bracket not to advance in the championship portion of this tournament, so they're looking for a little redemption here in the semifinals.
Actually, they're the only team in the whole tournament that didn't hold serve, boys and girls.
Yep, and they lost by 5 to Wright City, thanks to a good second half by the Wright City Wildcats. The late game here should be a pretty good one between Louisiana and Silex, the 6-7 matchup to see who will take on either Mark Twain or Elsberry in that consolation game tomorrow night. Over in the high school gym, the early game is between the top seed Monroe City. They took out Elsberry easily, 66-18 in the opening round. And it'll be Wright City taking on Monroe City. Again, the Wildcats beat the Tigers 50-45 in the opening round. The late game, Clopton and Winfield. That should be a good one. Winfield comes in on a 5-game winning streak, and Clopton has played some good ball so far this year.
Yeah, and I think Winfield will match up good with Clopton. Of course, you got the home field advantage, if you will, which will play a factor in emotionally. But I think you're right. I think Winfield it'll be a first really good test for Clopton here in the second half of the season.
And it all depends on which Winfield team shows up. The team that's won 5 in a row, or that alternate Winfield team that shows up from time to time.
Well, if they shoot like they did the other night against Louisiana, they shot lights out from everywhere, including 3. They'll beat a lot of people before this season's over with. So what we saw was the good Winfield. The question is, can they bring it again tonight?
Elsberry and Mark Twain coming up here from the old gym. We'll have our keys to the game when we come back on Eagle 102.
Clopton tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Frankfort Farm Supply, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Carol Rose's Bridal.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet, just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself, Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Young Enterprises Incorporated, Crossroads General Store, and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
The Eagle 102 keys to the game.
Well, Jim, Elsberry has to find something that works. They're going to be without Gabriel Hill. He's out with a hand injury, and they need to find 5 that can go out there and be on the same page and put some points on the board.
Well, they've only got 8 players dressed, so I think they're down more in Gabby Hill. I can't tell you who's not here yet because they don't have their jerseys off yet, and I don't know these fellas. But, yeah, you're right. They'll look to Henry St. Pierre, and, of course, the senior Jake Reimel, he'll be the spark plug for them and bring a lot of energy to the game. And then they're going to match up against one of the better offensive players in the area in Preston Eckler, as he can definitely fill it up.
And get under your skin. I think that's if they put him on Reimel, oh my gosh, we're going to have some sparks.
They're both kind of those type players we talked about the other night, that if they're on your team, you love them. If they're on the other team, you hate them. And so, yeah, if those two guys are matched up, that's going to be something to watch for sure.
Yeah, we might be without them after about 5 minutes. They might both foul out. But it should be interesting for sure. So there's our keys to the game. We've got our starting lineup still to come on Eagle 102.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Coverage of the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports, Craig Bowen CPA, and Rawls County Insurance.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starters for this one between Mark Twain and Elsberry. First for the #4 seed Tigers. They're coached by Cody McCann. They'll start #3, a senior, Braden McLeod. #12 gets the start tonight, also a senior, Ryan Spoonhour. #15, guess what, a senior, Caleb Peters in the starting 5. Jay Spartan's a senior. He wears #20. He'll be starting. And #24, a senior, Preston Eckler for Mark Twain. So all seniors, it's McLeod, Spoonhour, Peters, Barton, and Eckler. For the Elsberry Indians, they're still looking for their first win of the season. They're the 8th seed, coached by Caleb Johnson, and they'll start #3, a 6'2 sophomore, Jack St. Pierre. #5 gets a start tonight, a 5'11 sophomore, Eli Gladney. #11, a 5'8 freshman in the starting 5, Caden Kinsler. #24, he's a senior at 5'11, Jake Reimel. Like him better as a 6-man. He always seems to be a little more focused and a spark off the bench, but he'll be in the starting 5 tonight, as well as #50, a 6'4 junior, or excuse me, a 6'5 sophomore, Bo Henry. So again, it's St. Pierre, Gladney, Kinsler, Reimel, and Henry, the starters for Caleb Johnson and the Elsberry Indians.
So 3 sophomores and a freshman along with 1 senior will square off against 5 seniors. Generally, that doesn't bode well for the younger club, but we'll see. You know, they, as we've said a million times, they don't play these games on paper. They're going to play them right here in the old barn. We'll see how it all shakes out.
And I think maybe Mark Twain has a little chip on their shoulder. I think they were a little upset with themselves falling in the semifinal. You know, this is a place that their coach had previously coached at, so I think they feel they kind of let their coach down a little bit, and they're probably looking to make a statement here in the semis.
Well, yeah, and again, as anybody and everybody can read the brackets, and so everybody knows, including them, that they were the only team that didn't follow along with the seed with a. I mean, it's a minor upset, a 5 over a 4, but it's still an upset nonetheless. And that's certainly going to stick in the back of your mind for a while, and I'm sure it'll provide some fuel for them here this evening.
We've got our opening tip-off still to come. This has been the pregame show from the Clopton Tournament on Eagle 102.
Clopton tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Center Locker Service, Bouquet Florist, and Pepsi Refreshment Services.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring that they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
People's Bank & Trust mobile banking app gives you the convenience of banking from anywhere. Simply download the free app for your Android or Apple device and get started managing your accounts, transferring funds, paying bills, and depositing checks. People's Bank & Trust online at www.pbtc.net. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
With winter weather upon us, remember one multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance and Bank of Louisiana.
Well, we're about ready to go here from the old barn. Mark Twain and Elsberry. Mark Twain in the road blues, white numbers, black trim. Elsberry in their home whites with red numbers and black trim. Elsberry will move from our right to our left on your radio dial in this first half. If you're listening to us on the radio, KJFM Eagle102.net if you want to watch this game, as we're streaming it live as well. Glad to have you with us. Jim Ross, Mark Froenig here from the old gym. Greg Ellis is getting ready to throw it up. Peters will jump center against Henry for their respective clubs. And we're ready to go on semifinal night here from the 24th annual Clopton Invitational Tournament. They're going to bounce it right to me, and I got it. Put me in, Coach. Whose ball is it?
Going to say Elsberry ball, I believe.
That's what they're going to say. I could have shot it from here. I thought about chucking one up. So Elsberry will start with their first offensive possession. Gladney will get it into Henry.
Would you got a technical for that?
They probably would have told me I was a fool. Get out of here. Kinsler, the freshman, is playing a little bit at point guard. St. Pierre has it now. They'll look to him for some leadership. Gladney now over to Kinsler. He'll shoot the three. Front of the rim, no good. Rebounds loose, still loose. Henry's going to grab it off the loose ball and go up and miss the layup, but he's going to be fouled. And so the first foul of the night will go against Braden McLeod. And Bo Henry will go to the charity stripe right off the get-go. And he'll shoot two shots. First one does a 360 and spins out. He'll get a second. He's a big fella. We don't have any sizes. I'm going to guess him to be 6'2", maybe 6'3". Misses both free throws, however, and Preston Eckler on the run for Mark Twain. To McLeod on the right wing. Looks like Elsberry is going to come out in a 2-3 zone.
Got him at 6'5".
6'5", a little taller than he looks, eh? Peters in the high post now. They're working in the corner to Barton. Now to Spoonhour. Right wing to Eckler. Back to Spoonhour. Dribbles to the left elbow. Drops it on the baseline to Barton. No space yet. He'll penetrate in. Kicks it back to Eckler. Or check that. That was Spoonhour. His three ball's way off the mark. Hits nothing. St. Pierre with the rebound. Now head the other way. Kinsler into the front court on the right sideline. To Gladney on the wing. Now they get it in the post. To the hole is Henry, and he misses a layup again. Two of them from point-blank range. He can't convert. So we're still tied at 0-0, down to 6:40 in this first quarter. Spirited start to this game. Barton will shoot a three from the deep corner. It's an air ball. Eckler misses one from point-blank range. Nobody can make a basket at this point. Kinsler to the free throw line, kicks it in the corner to Gladney. He can't find the mark either. Now they'll get it off to Reimel. Reimel back underneath to Henry. He loses the handle. It's loose, picked up by Mark Twain. First turnover of the game for either club. Eckler now drives baseline. Stops. He's in a double team. Kicks it out to McLeod. McLeod now back to Eckler. Eckler step back, thinks about a three. His pass was deflected, but McLeod will pick up the loose ball. Penetrates into the paint now. Looks for some help. Gets it to Barton in between the circles. Barton dribbles to the right wing. Now finds some space to the glass. Up and good. Good penetration and move by Jace Barton. And Mark Twain has the first lead of the night at 2-0. Back come the Indians inside to Henry. This time he'll make the layup. He's 1 for 3.
Just had to go reverse on it, that's all.
Yeah, went for the left side with the right hand, a little reverse move. And we're tied at 2. Peters in the high post now, down low to Barton. He puts it on the floor, but it goes off his foot out of bounds. Back to Elsberry.
Monroe City has started on an 8-0 run against Wright City.
Both Monroe City teams are something to reckon with this year, for sure. Reimel in the backcourt, hounded by McLeod. He'll get it in the front court now to Henry. Gets it back on the handoff to the bucket. Reimel's shot won't go. But he'll be fouled. They're going to say is on the floor, I believe, on the drive. It is, and it is the second foul on McLeod. And some mass substitution for Mark Twain.
We got a McLeod for McLeod switch as Lucas comes into the ball game.
And a Daugherty into the ball game for Mark Twain. And on the inbounds, Elsberry throws it away.
And both Ecklers are out there, Connor and Preston now.
Marvelous. Brother pairs.
Matching
cousin
shoes.
pairs or whatever. However they're related.
Oh, those are brothers. You can't mistake
I'm
that.
betting on the Ecklers. They're brothers for sure. Elsberry widening out that 2-3 zone, which is easier to do in this small gym. They work it on the left wing now to Eckler. He'll get it inside to Peters, but he can't find the handle. It's swatted out of his hands, actually. And Mark Twain will maintain possession. Preston will take it out for Mark Twain. Lobs it into Peters. He'll work it outside, and it's going to roll down and go all the way out of bounds. And they're going to say it was back court. Is that touched? Maybe it was touched in the front court. We couldn't tell from our angle. But the back court violation gives the ball back to Elsberry. We're tied at 2. We played 3 minutes and 15 seconds in this game. Gladney, right wing to St. Pierre. He'll shoot the 3. Front of the rim, short, no good. Rebound off to McLeod. That's Lucas. He'll get it to Eckler. Eckler dribbles to the right wing, now to the corner. Backs out and gives it to McLeod. They'll spin it around the horn to the other Eckler. Back to McLeod. He's out between the circles now. Mark Twain having trouble with entry passes to the wing on their offense as the 2-3 are spread wide out. Just penetrate through the middle and see what happens, huh?
Exactly.
Work it in the high post now. The pass down low from Daugherty is knocked free and tracked down by McLeod out here right in front of the Elsberry bench. Down to 3:50 to play in the game, and they throw it underneath, and that one's too hot to handle. McLeod intended for Peters, and the second turnover of the game will give it back to Elsberry. Full court pressure by Mark Twain. Full court man-to-man pressure. Baseball pass. Going to go off the fingertips, and it hits Mark Twain. Then it got Gladney before it went out of bounds. Nice call by the official there. And the turnover gives it back to Mark Twain. Down to 3:52 to play in what's been a spirited game with no scoring. 2-2 our score. Ball's loose on the floor. Henry with the steal. Turnovers win now, 3 apiece. Back come the Indians. Reimel throws it away. Stolen by Eckler. That's Connor. He'll take it to the glass up, and it won't go. Henry with the rebound for Elsberry. Quickly, Reimel to the bucket, fakes the pass. It won't go. The rebound's loose, going to go off with Mark Twain back to Elsberry. Well, they're going up and down in a hurry.
Yes, they are.
A lot of effort. Not a lot going right for either club. Barton and Spoonhour will return, and Lakota Preston will get his first minutes of the game. With 3:20 to play here in the first quarter, we're tied at 2. St. Pierre to trigger it in for the Indians. He'll lob it out to Reimel near the center court stripe. He hands it off to Kinsler. Kinsler, as Mark Twain's dropped into a matchup zone. Gladney now to Kinsler. on the right wing, crosses over, and he carried it. Got caught up in his elbow, and he's whistled for the turnover.
3:03 to play here in the first quarter. Still 2-2 between Mark Twain and Elsberry here on Eagle 102.
Eckler across the timeline, gets it in the high post now. They'll whip it left side to Barton. Barton outside the arc on the wing. His pass is deflected and stolen away by Henry. A couple steals by Henry. Back come the Indians. St. Pierre in the near corner. His ball fakes, drives to the block, up and in. Jack St. Pierre with his first bucket of the ball game, and Elsberry has their first lead at 4-2. So maybe Mark Twain hasn't recovered from that loss the other night, Mark. Look a little sluggish. They get it inside, turn around jumper by Doherty's off the mark, no good. Elsberry with the rebound. Reimel on the push now to the right side. Looks for some help. Gets it to St. Pierre in the far corner. He'll penetrate with the left hand into the paint. They'll whip it in the near corner to Gladney. His three balls off the mark. Henry with the rebound. He'll kick it back to Reimel. He'll shoot the three from the rim. No good. Eckler with the rebound. Eckler on the push now for Mark Twain. He tries to cross over, and we've got a block.
At Gladney? Yes, it is. His first, team's first.
I believe it's going to be on the drive, so Mark Twain will have it. No, they're going to call it shooting. So Eckler will go to the line and shoot two shots. First free throws of the game for Mark Twain, I should say. And Preston Eckler will get two. Number 24 for Mark Twain. Pressuring off the back of the rim. He'll get a second. Peters in and Doherty out for Mark Twain. 1:59 to play in the first. 4-2. Elsberry. Make it 4-3 as Eckler makes the second of two free throws. And some full court man pressure by Mark Twain. Henry having trouble getting it in. Finally finds Kinsler. He'll dribble and try and stay out of the double team. Gets it into the front court now. Reverses field in between the circles. And on the wing to Twelman, who checked in. Didn't see him sneak in the game. He'll get it back to Henry. Henry on the high post. Drops it down low to St. Pierre. His reverse layup's no good, but we've got a whistle on a foul. And that'll go against Preston Eckler, his first. And that'll send Henry St. Pierre to the line. Or actually, I ought to take that back. Henry's his father, Jack St. Pierre, to the line. And he'll get two shots.
How'd you like that that forearm that Bo Henry extended right before that foul was called?
Yeah, how'd he get away with that? Biggest guy on the floor. Kind of stuck out, didn't it? St. Pierre drains them both. And Elsberry has the biggest lead of the night by either club at 3. It's 6-3. $1:30 to play in the first. Spoonhour now with it. Gets it in the high post to Peters. Peters kicks it out to Spoonhour, right wing. He'll get it in the corner to Preston. Preston in a double team. He's got to find some help. He gets to Eckler, but it's off his fingertips. And out of bounds, back to Elsberry. So the turnovers are 5 apiece now for each club. And Elsberry will have it in their backcourt. St. Pierre dribbles it to the far sideline. Now with the left hand, coming to the left wing. Head of the key to Twelman. Twelman to penetrate in, spins, gets it underneath to Henry. His shot swatted away by Spoonhour. And Mark Twain comes away with the loose ball. Eckler back, that's pressed to the left wing, back to Barton. Barton in the corner now to Preston. His shot's out of bounds, or pass I should say, swatted out of bounds.
It was a good pass to Coach Smith.
Got good hands still, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Connor Eckler will return. Dakota Preston will take a seat. Preston Eckler to trigger in from the deep corner. He'll throw it all the way into the backcourt to Connor. He'll track it down and head towards the offensive end. Left side now to Spoonhour. Spoonhour back to Eckler between the circles to Spoonhour left wing. He penetrates in, throws up a wild shot, but he's whistled for the travel. Could have been a charge, but they called travel instead. So the turnover gives it back to Elsberry with 42 seconds to play in the first. Twelman to trigger it inbounds. He looks, and he'll get it in to big number 22, Kane Sadler, who checked in for Elsberry during that last dead ball. St. Pierre dribbles to the right sideline. Now penetrates, kicks it to Twelman. Twelman hands it off to Kinser on a backdoor cut. He'll pull up from 10. It's off the rim. No good. Eckler with the rebound. He'll look to push it. Right up the middle of the court. Nobody's going to pick him up. He got away with a travel. Well, now he's going to call it. I was going to say, he went from the head of the key to the hoop without dribbling. He's good, but he's not that good.
Over in the other gym, Monroe City has extended their lead over Wright City to 19-6.
St. Pierre into the front court with the left hand now, down to 8. In the corner now to 12. He'll shoot the 3, in and out, no good. Rebound by Kane Sadler. It's swatted away, a 3-point on the way at the buzzer. They're going to count it. They're going to count it. Caden Kissler picked up the loose ball. It rattled in. And Elsberry leads 9-3 at the end of the first quarter. You're listening to the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pam Todd Watts Realty, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, and All Parts.
Don't let winter stop you from looking ahead to spring. Eolia Landscape Supply knows that fall cleanup is still underway when weather cooperates. Whether it's getting rid of leaves or cutting back shrubs to allow for new growth, Eolia Landscape is also available when you want a new design, fresh mulch, or maybe a new rock bed. They carry several types and sizes of rocks, and they're there to help if you're a do-it-yourselfer or need some assistance. Located at 290 North Old Highway 61 in Eolia. Visit their Facebook page for specials. Let Eolia Landscape Supply and Show Me Landscape Design help meet all your landscaping needs.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
Mark Twain will have it as we start the second quarter, trailing 9-3. Peters in the high post now. He'll put it up off the glass. Good, count the bucket. And he'll be fouled by Kane Sadler as Cole Peters off the glass. Man, one thing about this small gym, we see a lot of shots off the glass.
Yes, we do.
Because the depth perception is so different from what the players are used to playing at. So Peters will go to the line for a chance to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Fires it with the left hand, rattles around and drops. Good touch by the big fella. And it's 9-6. Twelman in the backcourt now against the double team. Get it in the front court to Rimmel. Rimmel's going to penetrate, kick it to the corner to Kinsler. He'll shoot the 3. Off the mark, no good. We've got a whistle and a push foul. That's going to be on Twelman, I believe.
His first, team's second.
Or
third, rather.
Colby Twelman expressionless as if he didn't do anything when he turned around. That's a silent assassin look, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Barton in the high post, kicks it left wing to Eckler. It's no good. Twelman with the rebound. Off to Kinser. He'll get it ahead to Rimmel. He'll go to the layup. It's no good from the right side again. Man, a lot of point-blank range shots missed by both clubs here in this first half of the ball game. Make a few of those layups and close-in shots, this will be a whole different ball game. Eckler gets knocked to the ground by Sadler, so he'll pick up his second. And Mark Twain will have it underneath their own basket right side. Henry and St. Pierre return. Kinsler and Sadler will take a seat. Connor Eckler to trigger it in. Gets to Barton. Barton at the head of the key, spins, goes up, loses the handle. It's loose. Picked up by Mark Twain. They'll get it into Peters. He'll go up in the crowd. It won't go. And Elsberry with the rebound. That's Gladney. Gladney being hounded by Spoonhour. Looks for some help. Gets it to Twelman. Twelman dribbles into the paint. Stops, kicks it to the head of the key. Gladney for 3. It's good. Eli Gladney with his first three-pointer of the game. And it's 12-6 Elsberry, matching their biggest lead of the game. Back come the Tigers of Mark Twain. Barton with a turnaround fadeaway from 15. It won't go, and we're going to have an over-the-back foul on Henry.
His first foul. team's 5th.
So Mark Twain will have it underneath their own basket as Braden McLeod will return. Preston Eckler will take a seat for Mark Twain. Connor Eckler to trigger it in. Gets it into the spoon hour. Actually didn't take care of the ball, just threw it to nobody. An unforced error. The 8th turnover for Mark Twain. Full court 1-2-2 press this time. 1-2-1-1 by Mark Twain. Twelman in the backcourt. Gets to Reimel, back to Twelman. He's going to push it across the timeline now to Henry. His pass is too tall for Gladney, and it goes out of bounds.
6:17 to play here in the first half. 12-6, Elsberry leads Mark Twain. The Tigers just haven't gotten it going offensively yet.
No press by Elsberry this time. No drop into that 2-3 zone and await the offense from Mark Twain. McLeod dribbles to the right wing, and he throws it. I guess it was deflected, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think St. Pierre kicked it out of bounds.
Back into the game now, Kinsler for Elsberry. Twelman will take a seat. And Mark Twain will throw it into the backcourt on the inbounds pass. And they'll work against this 2-3 zone. They try and force it inside. Stolen by Henry again. About his 4th or 5th steal in this first half. A lot of it just being right man in the right spot. To the right wing, Reimel in a double team. Spins out of it, drives baseline, is up and under reverse layup. Good. Good looking play there by Jake Reimel, and the lead grows to 8 at 14-6. McLeod drives in. His dump-off pass is blocked and saved in by Henry. Back come the Indians, and there's a travel.
Saw that one coming before the pass even got to him.
Let's get going a little too fast sometimes. 5:24 to play in the first half. That would be 14-6. Elsberry on top. Preston Eckler splits the defense, kicks it outside to McLeod. Now they have the key to Barton. Barton dribbles between the circles, now hands it off to McLeod. McLeod in the corner to Eckler. He'll shoot the three. It's an air ball. Bounces free, and who's it going to go off of? Nope. Reimel's going to track it down the far corner, and it's going to be swatted out of bounds by Braden McLeod, and so Elsberry will maintain possession.
I think Mark Twain just is playing right now to the height of Elsberry.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Elsberry's playing with a lot of energy, though. I'll give him that. They get it inside to Henry. He'll kick it out to St. Pierre. He'll shoot the three from the rim. No good. Rebound to Peters. Peters gets it off to Eckler. Mark Twain needs to slow down just a hair, I would think. They tap the brakes, get under control, and that shot by McLeod is swatted from behind by Gladney and goes out of bounds.
The baseline's not there for him right now. They got to try something different.
And there's just not any room on the baseline for one. Couple subs in for Mark Twain. Coach Cody McCann wants a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 14-6, Elsberry leads it. 4:42 to play in the half. Listen to the 24th annual Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix, Eolia Landscape Supply, and Alicia Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent.
Hi folks, this is Eric Schaefer. With sports season upon us, be treated like the pros. If your athlete has experienced an injury during a game or practice, let our experienced sports medicine team at Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy Department get them back to play. We have 2 locations to better serve our community. Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine in Louisiana and Bowling Green. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community owned, nationally known.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
4:42 to play here in the second quarter as Elsberry is surprising Mark Twain 14-6.
Mark Twain has it out of the timeout. Let's see what they've drawn up. McLeod gets it in the corner, now out to Eckler, outside the arc, inside to Barton. That's where he likes to do his work. Little fadeaway jumper, it's off the mark. Doherty with the rebound for Mark Twain. He gets out of trouble to Barton outside the arc on the left wing. Lid is on the bucket right now for Mark Twain now, they turn it over. Stolen by Gladney. He's going to the hoop, and he'll be fouled by Eckler. That's a good foul by Eckler, actually, because that was going to be a layup by Gladney. Make him shoot 2 free throws, but Eckler picks up his second foul, so that's something to keep an eye on as well. 4th team foul, and to the line is the sophomore Eli Gladney. First one's up, and it rattles and rolls, and he gave it a little body English and got it to drop. He can make it a 10-point game with this second free throw. It's on its way. It's in and out, no good. So but Henry with the offensive rebound and put back and scores.
Boy, I tell you what, Jake Reimel got away with one there. He hooked and threw away the player and was able to get Bo Henry that position.
Not good old Jake. Come on. McLeod on the dribble to the right wing, gets it to Barton. Barton drives into the paint. His shot's up and good. Second time he's found some space on a drive from the right side, and he's got 4, and it's 17-8. Henry in the backcourt. He needs to give it up to a guard. He does. Kinsler now has it into the front court. Maybe got away with the travel. And they get it to St. Pierre left wing. Elsberry wants a timeout. Things that kind of broke down right there. They'll call a timeout. Will Coach Johnson will step aside as well. 3:44 to play. 17-8 Elsberry on the Eagle 102.
Clopton tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Clopton Athletic Boosters, Crossroads General Store, and Lynn's Heritage House. Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country Insurance Company provides farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service their customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by their office at 310 Business Highway 61 South, Bowling Green, to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country Insurance Company and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Ligon Flooring, and B&B Automotive.
3:44 to play in the half. 17-8. Elsberry leads it, and they have the ball after the timeout. Reimel dribbles in the paint, kicks it right wing. 3-ball on the way by Kinsler. It won't go off the back of the rim. Now the deflection is going to go off of Mark Twain on the rebound, and Elsberry will maintain possession. A lot of guys high in the air for that, but nobody could control it on the rebound. Reimel triggers it into Henry. Outside the arc, he'll get it right back. Reimel's going to dribble into the paint. Whips it into the corner. Another 3-ball on the way by Kinsler. It won't go. This time they're going to get Bo Henry on the push. That'll be his second.
Over in the Dale Miller Gymnasium, the championship semis, Monroe City leads Wright City 24-16. So Wright City's made a bit of a comeback in that one.
They're athletic. You get past the emotion of being scared of playing the 1 seed and then start playing a little basketball. Maybe it'll get interesting over there. Who's to say? Mark Twain needs a bucket to make things interesting here. They trail 17-8 with 3:10 to play in the half. Eckler drives baseline, pulls up in a crowd, loses a handle. It's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off of Doherty. Back to Elsberry. Man, oh man, that's the 12th turnover for Mark Twain in this first half. That is a bundle. Elsberry gets it in to Sadler, who's checked back into the game during that timeout. He'll hand it back to Kinsler. He'll get across the timeline now for the Indians.
Of course, they were in that 50-plus turnover game with Wright City in the opening round.
Right. Now Elsberry returns the favor and gives it right back to him. Barton goes in. He loses the handle on the way up. Turns it right back over. Back to Elsberry, and he has it stolen away by Eckler, but he stepped on the inline. Up and down they go. Boy, what a fast pace. And Elsberry will have it underneath their own basket. Not exactly the most skilled game you've seen.
Nope.
But the effort is exceptional by both clubs. 12 in for Elsberry. Gladney will take a seat.
Yeah, the finish has not been the focus so far. 17-8 here with 2:46 to go in the second quarter.
St. Pierre triggers it inbounds, and it hits the player Sadler and goes right back and hits St. Pierre before he can get across the end line. So the 9th turnover of the half will give it back to Mark Twain with 2:40 to play in the half. Elsberry in a 2-3 zone. Then they bring the top two guys and try and trap as Spoonhour misses one from point-blank range. And St. Pierre gets it back to Twellman. He's tied up, and he's going to spin out of trouble. And there's a holding foul. Going to call it on Spoonhour, his first. You know, we talked before this game that this one's going to be rock'em sock'em. You can feel it.
It's
going
building,
up.
yeah.
It's going up. So Twellman will throw it in. Let's see. Daugherty will take a seat. Who came in for him? McLeod did.
And I don't know if you noticed, but Reimel has started grabbing the front of his jersey. That's a pure sign that he is engaged in Reimel mode.
It is?
Yeah. Watch him between plays.
You studied him enough to know that it's pulling his trigger. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, when he starts pulling on the front of that jersey.
They get it inbounds. Going to be deflected on the inbounds pass by McLeod. Back out of bounds. They'll try it once again. They'll move out to the 28-foot mark. Opposite side of the score table and the stage. We're on the stage here in the old barn at Clopton. Twellman will throw it in. Ooh, that was a dangerous pass. Kinsler makes the catch, so now he'll penetrate in the paint. His running one-handers up and good. Caden Kinsler, he's got 5, and the lead to 11, matching the biggest of the game. McLeod on the left wing now to Spoonhour. Spoonhour, they need to spread out. Back to McLeod, skip past the right wing to Barton. Barton drives right baseline, spins to the bucket. His shot's up, in and out, no good. Peters with the rebound. His putback's no good, but there's a whistle on a foul.
Boy, he was shuffling those feet around trying to find his range. I thought he traveled before he put that shot up.
Sadler will pick up his third, and to the line will go Caleb Peters, where he's 1 for 1 so far tonight. He'll get 2 shots. 1:51 to play here in the first half. 19-8. Mark Twain trails. Peters' first one rattles in and out. Another lefty. I don't know what's happened in the last 20 years, but there seems to be a lot more left-handers around than there used to be.
I think it's all the preservatives and antibiotics.
Is that what's causing it?
Yeah.
That's coming from a true lefty himself. Peters makes the second, however.
I used to be special.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Everybody's caught up with you, right? On the full court press, Elsberry gets it inbounds. St. Pierre now with it, and the press will drop off once they get it inbounds. He'll mosey to the front court, dribbles to the right wing, and they look for the double screen. And now St. Pierre in a double team and loses a handle. Eckler now gets it ahead to Barton. His layup's up and good. 10th turnover of the game on Elsberry, down to 1:25 to play. Gladney gets it into the front court and into a double team, stolen again by Eckler. He'll take it to the glass. His layup's up and good. Elsberry dribbling into that death spot right here, and Coach Johnson says we got to stop. He'll call a timeout. 19-13 our score. Mark Twain making their move. You're listening to high school basketball on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by B&B Automotive, Minnemeyer Orthodontics, and Vicky Catawall, the real estate.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and Kathy Clean.
All right, Jim Ross, you want my water boy explanation of the left-handed thing?
Sure.
My mama says that when she was in school, and she was born, left-handed, her teachers made her be right-handed. And that happened a lot back then. Especially my mom went to Catholic school, and the nuns would beat it out of you. But as things went on, they realized that left-handers are being left-handed is okay. It's just a different different perspective, and they let them be. Now everyone's left-handed.
There you go. Elsberry out of the timeout, gets it in the front court now. Rimal at the head of the key, crosses over, drives into the paint. His wild one-hander's up and good. Little baby hook by Jake Rimal that time, and it's 21-13. Down to under a minute to play. Barton drives baseline, and he gets no foul call on the charge. Peters first, so if he doesn't succeed, he does the second time, and they'll count the bucket and a foul. Caleb Peters doing good work on the boards. And he's got 6 now and a chance for the 7th point.
Rimal picks up the personal, his first.
That's a good thing for him. He has a tendency to get in foul trouble from time to time. Peters at the line. The lefty drains the free throw. And Lakota Preston, I should say, will check in for Preston Eckler.
Peters now 3 of 4 shooting free throws.
21-16. Mark Twain's cut into this 11-point lead. Elsberry gets it into Kinsler into the backcourt. Straight up man this time for Mark Twain. Kinsler crosses over, gets it to the free throw line, and traveled.
Yep, he thought he was going to bounce back off of somebody, and that somebody wasn't there, and he kept moving.
Saw that happen a couple times last night, too. He's backing into the paint thinking somebody's going to be there and pick the ball up, and nobody's home. So Mark Twain can cut this down by another 2 or 3 in the final 38 seconds here. They led early by 2, and that was it. They get it into the post, or block the Spoonhour. He can't convert. Rimal with the rebound to Twellman up to the right sideline to Kinsler. He'll set things up to Rimal. Forget that. He's going down through the paint, and he's going to charge. Runs over the top of Peters, so he went from no fouls to 2 in a matter of 30 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Rimal. Love watching that kid.
Oh, yeah, a lot of energy. Into the game now, it's Cody Thornhill. Rimal will take a seat. Mark Twain with 19.6 seconds to do something offensively here into the first half. Eckler gets it into the front court to Spoonhour. He'll penetrate in the paint, kicks it left wing to 3 ball for McLeod. It's off the mark, no good. Eckler with the offensive rebound, but he handed it to Peters. He was standing out of bounds. And the 14th turnover will give it back to Elsberry with 8.6 seconds to play.
Lakota Preston, Lucas McLeod replace Preston Eckler.
And Braden McLeod, they both have 2 fouls, get them out of the game so they don't pick up a silly one with 8.6 seconds to go. Pass into the front court. Kinsler finds Gladney for the layup. It's up and good.
How did they let that happen?
Nice drawn up play there. Spoonhour from half court at the buzzer. It's off the mark and no good. Your score at the half, the Elsberry Indians 23, the Mark Twain Tigers 16. The halftime show's next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 Halftime Report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Brown's Processing, Craig's Truck and Tractor, and Old Top's Pawn Shop.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Halftime Report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Through 2 quarters, it's Elsberry surprising Mark Twain, the 8 leading the 4 seed, 23-16 here in the old gym in the consolation semis from the Clopton Invitational Tournament. And that last play of the half just really is a summary for the whole way the half went for Mark Twain. Twelman throws a pass that almost hits the heating duct, travels basically the arc of the ceiling here, drops down into a double team, and somehow they're able to make a second pass for an open bucket.
Yeah.
I don't understand how Elsberry is getting away with some of the things they're getting away with.
Well, that was luck. Let's just face it. That was just luck. The fact that
but really a metaphor for the first half.
It was.
A lot of things have worked out for Elsberry, and not much has worked out for Mark Twain so far.
Mark Twain made a little run right there in the late stages of that half, but as you said, that last bucket kind of settled things for Elsberry, at least for the time being, as they lead 23-16 as we go to half. Let's take a look at the scoring for you for the Indians. 5 players in the scoring column. Eli Gladney was 6, 4 each for Jack St. Pierre, Jake Reimel, and Bo Henry, and 5 for Caden Kinsler. Elsberry's 3 for 6 from the free throw line. They turned it over 11 times. They actually led by 11 in that second quarter. For Mark Twain, they're led by Caleb Peters with 7, Jace Barton with 6, and Preston Eckler with 3. They were 4 for 6 from the free throw line, and they had 14 turnovers. Their only lead was early. They led 4-2, and they have not led since. So, Mark Twain's got that look about them. They're about on the edge of breaking out and coming back to what we've seen out of them so far. We'll have to see if that materializes or not here in the second half.
23-16 through 2 quarters, and we'll talk more about this one as we continue the Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Bowling Green Chevrolet, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Halftime Report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Late games here from the old gym. The consolation semi between number 6 seed Louisiana, number 7 seed Silex. That's coming up next. Then over in the high school gym, number 2 seed Clopton against number 3 seed Winfield for a chance to meet either Monroe City or Wright City in the championship game. Right now, it's Monroe City leading that ball game at the half. They're getting ready to start quarter number 3 over there. 31-18 is the score. Monroe City leading Wright City. So Wright City is in that. If they can keep chipping away at that, they can make it very interesting down the stretch.
They could, but Monroe City's talented and deep, and so they'll just continue to run waves of players at Wright City, and I don't know that they'll have enough to hang with the Panthers, but we shall see.
Are we thinking more of the same? Is this Elsberry's coming out party, or is Mark Twain a normally very streaky team going to find a streak to pull back into
I would
this one.
expect them to find a streak, but here's the thing they got to be wary of is the longer this game goes on where Elsberry is ahead, the more confidence they're going to gain, which is going to fuel more energy for them, which is going to in turn make things much more difficult for Mark Twain to come back the longer this game goes on. So if they're going to make that run, they need to make it early in this first part of the second half and get back into this game and maybe tie it up or take a lead, and then things may settle for them. Otherwise, anytime a team's looking for their first win, they're desperate to start the game, but then and lacking in confidence. But as the time wears on and they're in the game or actually ahead in the game, that confidence continues to build, and then ultimately they figure out they think they can win the game, and in many cases, ultimately they do.
Not very many smiles on the boys in blue right now. Elsberry's looking very loose.
I don't know Cody McCann that well, but I'm guessing if he's got a come to Jesus speech, it just happened.
Second half set to begin here from the old gym and the 24th annual Clopton Invitational, 23-16. It's the Elsberry Indians leading the Mark Twain Tigers here on Eagle 102.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet, just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself. Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20
Coverage of the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by
Sign up
Bowling
at
Green Ready Mix.
shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with
Clopton
their Ego
tournament action on
56
Eagle
volt arc
102
lithium
brought to you
battery
by
powered
Clopton
lawnmowers,
Athletic
weed
Boosters,
eaters, blowers,
Crossroads
trimmers,
General Store,
and chainsaws.
and Lynn's Heritage
At
House.
Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Clopton tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Orff Construction, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Nutrient Ag Solutions.
That's where that one was supposed to play. 8 minutes on the clock, 23-16 is our score here from the old Clopton gym, and second half could be very interesting here.
Oh, those commercials make me feel right at home. I've been confused most of the week, so that just makes me feel right where I should be. Elsberry has the lead. They have the ball to start the second half. Looks like the original starting lineup back in the game for the Indians. Rommel drives to the bucket, and Henry has it swatted away as he got the pass. But the loose ball is picked up by Kensler. Now he's fouled by Barton. Barton has that who me look on his face. So they pick up right where they left off, fast and furious. 23-16, Elsberry on top. They get it inbounds to Rommel over the far corner to Henry. Penetrates in the paint, kicks it right wing to Kensler. He'll shoot the three. It's good. But check that, Gladney. Gladney with the three, his second three of the game. Back to a 10-point lead for Elsberry. Barton in the near corner. Elsberry in a man-to-man. Gladney swats it out of bounds. Mark Twain will have it right at the end of their own bench. That cleared the trigger to inbounds. They'll let it bounce into the backcourt. Original starters back into the game for Mark Twain as well as we begin this second half. Spoonire with it now between the circles. Elsberry content to stick with that 2-3 zone, spread out as far as they can. McLeod gets it in the far corner now. Skips ahead of the key to Barton. He's going to penetrate in. He'll stop and pop from 10. It's good. Nice pull-up jumper by Jace Barton. He's got 8, and it's 26-18. More full-court man pressure by Mark Twain. They'll look to jump and double-team if they can. St. Pierre gets it in the front court without issue. He'll hand it off to Kinser. Back to St. Pierre. St. Pierre to Kinser. Kinser's going to travel. Did they call traveling? Yeah, it was going to be a travel or a turnover either way. They called the travel. So the first turnover of the second half goes to the Indians. Back comes Mark Twain. Peters gets it in the paint. His shot won't go. Gets his own rebound. His putback's off the mark as well. Henry with the rebound. The outlet pass was deflected, but Kinser's going to corral it for the Indians. Into the front court, guarded by Spoonhour on a pick with Henry. Now tied up by Kinser, and they're going to call a jump. And on the alternating arrow, Mark Twain will get it back. So the second turnover of the half for Elsberry. Down to 6:20 to play here in the quarter. We're in the third. McLeod to the left wing. To the head of the key. Nope. This zone's just bothering him, Mark. Eckler's going to get it in the short corner. He's going to miss from 15. And Rimmel with the rebound. He's going to be fouled, and that'll be the third on Eckler. So he's going to have to be careful going forward.
Nearly 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. 26-18. Elsberry has the lead.
26-18. I guess you just said that, didn't you? 6:04 to play in the third. St. Pierre on the far sideline. Gets it up the sideline. Nobody stopped him yet. In the corner and out of Gladney. He fakes the three, gets to Rimmel. He'll penetrate in, drops it off to Henry. His layup's up and good. Nice give-and-go play that time from Rimmel to Henry, and it's back to a 10-point lead at 28-18. McLeod got away with the travel. In the left corner now to Spoonhour to Barton. Barton will drive baseline amongst the trees, gets it up off the glass and good. Looks like he's feeling his oats. They got to get him the basketball right now. He's been the answer offensively so far for Mark Twain. St. Pierre now to Rimmel. Rimmel going full speed ahead to the other end. Kicks it to Kinser. Cross court pass from Gladney to Kinser. His three-pointer's good. Caden Kinser with his second three-pointer game, and it's an 11-point lead for Elsberry, matching the biggest of the game. Peters tries a backdoor pass to Barton. It's deflected by Gladney and goes out of bounds.
Matthias Doherty back in the ball game. He'll replace Caleb Peters.
31-20. Spoonhour to trigger it in. Gets it to Doherty. They'll whip it around the horn, get it to Spoonhour on the far corner on that inbounds play. Nothing doing, however. Barton now between the circles to Spoonhour. Spoonhour on the right wing on a pick and roll with Doherty. Elsberry still in a zone. Eckler's going to fire a deep three from the right wing. He's got it. His first three-pointer of the night, and that cuts the lead down to 8. If he can get on track, that would help things immensely for Mark Twain. St. Pierre into the front court. Dribbles it to the left wing with the left hand. Now crosses over to the head of the key to Kinsler. Kinsler hands it to Rimmel as they run a little weave action. Now to St. Pierre. He's open from 3. It's no good. Henry with the rebound. His putback won't go. Doherty with the rebound for the Tigers. Into the front court, McLeod. McLeod to the head of the key. Right wing to Spoonhour. Back to McLeod in between the circles. Left wing now to Eckler. He's going to ball fake, penetrate in, goes the glass. It's swatted away by Henry. St. Pierre with the loose ball recovery, and he'll hand it to Henry and get it right back. They go to the front court now to Rimmel. Left side, Rimmel in between the circles on a pick with Henry. In the corner to St. Pierre. Here's 3. He's off the back of the rim, no good. Kinser with the rebound. Back to Gladney. His 3 ball's way off the mark. Doherty with the rebound. Here comes Mark Twain the other way. Eckler up the far sideline. Step back jumper from 16, in and out, no good. Henry with the rebound. Henry steps through a double team, gets it to Kinser. Kinser now into the front court. If nothing else, they go at full speed.
Yes, they do.
Both teams. It's like 2 Rams. If you remember those National Geographic movies, 2 Rams running into each other. Kinser's up and under shot, won't go, but it's swatted out of bounds by Barton on the rebound. And Elsberry will maintain possession right side of the paint underneath their own basket. 31-23 our score. They hand it to Henry, and he steps out of bounds. Tried to be slick and catch Mark Twain sleeping, but it didn't work. And the Tigers will get it back with 3:21 to play in the third. Elsberry drops back in that 2-3 zone, which they've been in almost all night with the exception of a little press. McLeod on a give and go to the hoop, trapped underneath, gets it to Daugherty. He'll pick it up now to McLeod. He'll drive right baseline to Daugherty. He'll pull up from three, but it's a 3-second violation as everybody was standing around watching and got caught sleeping in the paint. And the turnover will give it back to Elsberry. 1-2-1-1 full court press, this time by Mark Twain. Reimel looks for some help, finds St. Pierre in the middle. Boy, they had Gladney going back door, but couldn't get it to him, and St. Pierre is going to be fouled.
I think that's going to be the third on McLeod.
It is. So McLeod and Preston they only have 18 fouls for the game. McLeod and Eckler have 6 of them, 3 each. Down to 2:45 to play in the third quarter. Reimel right wing gets it in the corner to Gladney. Back to Reimel. He'll penetrate in. He goes up. His shot's swat away, but Gladney picks up the loose ball. Now to Kinsler. He'll penetrate into St. Pierre. He'll drive left baseline. His shot's blocked, and we've got a whistle and a foul. St. Pierre will go to the line, and he'll shoot 2 shots.
Daugherty picks up the personal. I keep wondering how Elsberry keeps getting to these loose balls.
Just out hustling them. That's just all there is to it.
I've noticed a little aiding in there as well.
Aiding, do you think? Aiding?
Yep. Again, I saw.
I'll look that up in this rule book if aiding's a foul.
Well, it is when you grab the hand and hold them back.
St. Pierre makes 1 of 2. And it's a 32-23 game. Eckler loses the handle. He'll get it to Barton, left wing down to McLeod. He'll fire with the left hand 3 ball. Way off the mark, no good. Twellman with the rebound. He checked in the game now. Kinsler heads the other way. Check that, it's Gladney. Gladney now to Twellman. He'll penetrate. He's going straight to the glass, but his shot's swatted away by Barton. And up against the wall, and Elsberry will have it underneath their own basket. Peters will check back into the game for Mark Twain. Barton will take a seat. St. Pierre to trigger it in. Gets it to Gladney. Kinsler to Gladney. I keep getting those two mixed up. Henry now gets the loose ball, backs out behind the arc, gives it back to Gladney. He'll shoot the 3. It's good. Eli Gladney, his third 3 of the night. He's got 12. Eckler penetrates in the paint, runs over Henry, and we're going to call a block. I think the ball went in. They're going to count it. So Eckler gets into the paint. Henry tries to take the charge to no avail. He's called for a block, and Eckler will go to the line to try and finish off a 3-point play. .150 to play. Sub into the game, Lakota Preston. Lucas McLeod, or check that, Braden McLeod will take a seat for Mark Twain. To the free throw line is Preston Eckler as they clean up a little wetness on the floor. 10-point lead for Elsberry. And Elsberry will take Bo Henry out. Reimel will come back in for him.
Waiting for him to post that foul to see if it was indeed his third. It was.
Free throw by Eckler's good. Lead at 9. 1-2-2 press this time. Reimel tries to split it, hands it off to St. Pierre. He'll get into the front court now. Penetrates in, kicks it back to Reimel. Reimel now drives to the hole. We've got a whistle and a hand check foul. Foul's going to be on Lakota Preston, his first. Team's 5th. Only one team foul on Elsberry with 1:37 to play in the third. On the inbound, they get it to Reimel in the corner. They'll whip it around. Kinsler to Gladney. Gladney tries to get it to St. Pierre, stolen by Eckler, but he stepped on the sideline.
Been that kind of night for Mark Twain.
Yes, it has. They just haven't shot very well for one. If they could have a couple, I thought maybe that 3 by Eckler might get him going, but not so far. Twelman with it now. Right wing to Reimel, whips it back to Kintzler between the circles. Left wing now to Twelman. They force it inside. It's loose, picked up by Reimel. He'll go up in a crowd, and we've got a whistle and a foul.
I believe that's going to be on Doherty, his second.
And this time, Jake Reimel will go to the line, and he'll get 2 shots.
.113 to play here in the third quarter. 35-26, Elsberry leads.
Reimel fires the first. It's off the mark. Free throw shooting, not his forte. He'll get a second. 35-26 our score. Second free throw's on the way. Back of the rim, no good. Peters with the rebound. We've got a lane violation as somebody had their foot on the line, I guess.
Peters left early.
Left early, they say.
Matching socks, also not in Reimel's wheelhouse. One black, one white.
There you go, babe. That's a fashion statement, man.
Is that what that is?
That is. Shoot, yeah. He'll get a third free throw here. And that won't go either. And the loose ball picked up by Eckler. He's going 1-on-3. Crosses over. He's still going in. There's that forearm you told me about. No call. He misses the layup, but Dakota Preston with the rebound. The loose ball comes out to Spoonire. Spoonire into Peters, and he was fouled.
Twelman White, a travel.
Well, I think that would have been a fair assessment of what took place, but Mark Twain will maintain possession. Second foul on Twelman. Spoonire to trigger it in. He'll lob it out to the 28-foot mark to Eckler. Eckler, right side to Spoonire, into post now to Peters. Peters pulls his way in, and there's a travel.
A lot of lobbying for that travel. They finally got the call. It was the right call.
I agree. So with 46 seconds, full court pressure, full court man this time by Mark Twain. And Reimel will throw it inbounds. He'll look. He gets it into Twelman. It's swatted from behind by Doherty, right up against the wall. And back to Elsberry. Reimel will try it one more time, this time out by the three-point arc. Gets it into Gladney. Gladney dribbles, steps on the break, now gets it to St. Pierre. St. Pierre left corner to Kintzler. He'll shoot the three. That one was partially blocked. And Spoonire comes away with the loose ball. He'll head the other way in a hurry. Stays out of the double team. Now kicks it in the corner to Eckler. He'll shoot the three. It's an air ball. He just hadn't found the range at all tonight. Gladney with the rebound. Gets it ahead, and he'll pick up the loose ball. Now to St. Pierre. As Coach Caleb Johnson screaming one shot. Reimel says, heck with that noise, and he charges. Runs over Peters. That's Peters' second or third charge he's taken, and that's the third foul on Reimel.
Second charge he's delivered.
And Barton will return. Lakota Preston will take a seat. Down to 10.5 to play here in the third. Let's see what Mark Twain's got. They'll roll it into Eckler. He picks it up. Gets it across the timeline at 8. To the right wing, he'll just shoot the three. It's no good. Rebounds by Doherty. He's going to shoot it at 1. It's good. Matthias Doherty with a shot at the buzzer. Cuts the lead down to 9 at 35. Oh, check that. They hadn't put the score up yet. 7. It's 35-28. Your fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Air Evac, Spring Hollow Coffee, and J&D Tire and Auto.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
People's Bank and Trust mobile banking app gives you the convenience of banking from anywhere. Simply download the free app for your Android or Apple device and get started managing your accounts, transferring funds, paying bills, and depositing checks. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
With winter weather upon us, remember one multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green. Coverage of the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating and Lacrosse Lumber Companies in Bowling Green, Louisiana and Vandalia.
12 points for each club in the third quarter, so no ground gained by Mark Twain. Elsberry still on top, 35-28. They have it to start the fourth quarter. Twelman, Henry, St. Pierre, Kitzler, and Gladney for the Indians. Kitzler on the dribble now, dribbles to the left wing, kicks it in the corner to St. Pierre. St. Pierre to the head of the key. He pulls up, kicks it to now Kitzler driving left baseline. He loses the handle. It's saved in by Barton. Turnover for the Indians. They're fourth in the second half. Back come the Tigers. Barton's going to drive. He goes to glass. It's no good. Peters with the rebound, and we've got a whistle and a traveling violation on Peters.
And Peters was very close to picking up a technical there.
Not real fond of that call, was he?
No, he wasn't.
Looked like Henry might have had him hooked a little bit.
A little bit.
Eckler, Spoonhauer, Barton, Doherty, and Peters for Mark Twain here at the start of the fourth quarter. Full court pressure by the Tigers. They'll get it into Kitzler, now to Henry. He doesn't want to go very far with it. He's going to take off dribbling. Oh, look out. Something bad might happen here. He'll finally get it to guard Gladney, and Twelman has it swatted out of his hands, and it goes out of bounds off Twelman. So the turnover will give it back to Mark Twain.
I've got an escape for that move if you're hooked like that, but I'll teach it to him after the game.
Arm dragging a toss maybe or something?
No, you just drop down, set your feet, and if the ball gets knocked away, then they call the foul.
Traveling violation as Spoonhauer penetrated into the lane.
It's a normal self-defense move. Drop down, set your base, and if the ball comes out, there's the foul.
I'll contemplate that on the way home. Into the front court, Twelman. Nobody stopped him yet. Now he finally pulls up, gives it to Henry outside the arc on the wing. Had the key to Rimmel. He'll penetrate, goes up with the left hand. No good. Loose ball rebounds. Going to picked up by Peters.
Ooh. St. Pierre came out of that holding his hand.
Eckler for three. It's way off the mark again. He hadn't made anything so far. Henry tries a baseball pass. It's swatted from behind, and they're going to say it's out of bounds off of Mark Twain, and that was about to be a complete and utter train wreck. As the officials are having a conversation here right in front of us, Twelman's going to throw it in right below us here. Mark's going to give you a little close-up of Twelman in this inbounds play. They get it into Kitzler in the backcourt, guarded by Spoonhauer. He loses the handle. He's going to go back and play defense. Spoonhauer's going to take to the glass. His shot's up, no good. Eckler over the top. Lucky he didn't get his fourth foul, but it goes out of bounds off of him back to Elsberry. Twelman off the inbounds, gets it right back. He'll cross over, get to the front court. He's fairly agile for a large kid, isn't he?
Yeah.
Gets it to Henry in the paint. He's going to back down, and it's swatted away by Barton, but there's a Wilson foul. And that'll go against Jace Barton, his third. And that's the sixth or seventh. That's the seventh team foul, so Elsberry will shoot free throws from here on out.
It's looking more and more like the Indians are going to pick up their first win.
Well, you know, we talked about it during half. The longer this goes, the better their confidence goes. And we'll see. Mark Twain needs to make a little run here. We've got a whistle. I guess this is a one-on-one free throw opportunity by Bo Henry. McLeod will return. Doherty will take a seat.
Over in the other gym, Monroe City's really opened it up. They lead Wright City 62-27 in the fourth.
Yowzers. Henry's first free throw is no good, and on the rebound, we've got a whistle and a foul.
I didn't even see Colby Twelman in there when that whistle went.
Is that who they called it on?
Nope.
Nope, they called it on Gladney, his second.
I must have been away from the ball then.
So Mark Twain gets it back. They need a bucket, trailing by 7. This is a long way from being over. If they can just find a way, Reimel's going to foul. That'll be 4 on him. He's kind of been the emotional leader for Elsberry. He cannot afford to foul out of this basketball game. But he's going to take a seat now as St. Pierre will return. He'll go to the bench with 4. On the inbounds, Eckler gets it. Gets it in the post now to Peters. He'll go up and under. His shot short. Henry with the rebound. He brought it down to his waist. The guards hack after it. And there's a pushing foul on Spoonhour as he gave Gladney a shove in the back as he tried to go out of bounds and save it. And we'll walk to the other end and shoot free throws.
Any harder of a shove there, he would have ended up in the principal's office.
And Gladney would have ended up in the chairlift over here, in the handicap chairlift. So we walk to the other end, and Eli Gladney will go to the line. He'll get a one-on-one opportunity. With 5:47 to play, Elsberry still on top, 35-28.
That's a final over in the Dale Miller Gymnasium, 62-27. Monroe City into the championship game.
First free throw by Gladney is good. He'll get a second. 36-28.
He's up to 12 points.
Second free throw on its way, front of the rim, no good. Rebound for Peters. He'll get it to Eckler. Eckler penetrates in, skips it outside, and we've got a travel. Lost his footing and turns it back over. Eckler just, I think I said this in the first half, he just needs to slow down just about a gear and he'll be fine. Pass over the top to St. Pierre. He's ahead of the pack. He'll go up for the layup. It's good. Eckler hounded him right at the end, but St. Pierre able to convert, and it's back to a 10-point lead at 38-28. Eckler's going to drive in and just bulls in. That's an offensive foul.
Yeah, Eckler has been completely removed from this game.
And he is frustrated beyond. That would tell you it right there. As he was going to the hole no matter who got in his way, and he'll have to take a seat.
Yeah, refocus after picking it up, his 4th foul there. There's 9 guys playing one game. Eckler was playing a completely different game.
Connor Eckler checks in for him. Another over-the-top pass this time. St. Pierre is drugged to the ground, but there's no whistle, and that'll go out of bounds. They're going to say it's untouched. If it is, it'll come back to an inbounds underneath the basket. Yep, that's exactly what they're going to say. And so Mark Twain will have it underneath their own basket.
It's a break. They need to capitalize. They need a couple of possessions strung together here that end up in points.
They need to look to Barton now on the offensive end. Spoonhour to Eckler. Eckler gets it to Barton. He'll fire a 3 from the right wing. It's an air ball. That's not his shot. He needs to be inside the paint working it. Twelman with it now to Kinsler. Kinsler is still in the backcourt. Going to have to hustle. Gets it into the front court before the 10-second count. Now to the left wing. Still on the dribble. Back towards the center court stripe. Crosses it over and loses the handle. Stolen away by McLeod. He'll head the other way for Mark Twain. They're still trailing by 10. 4:50 to go in the game. Spoonhour right wing now. Gets it inside to Peters. Peters needs to penetrate. To Eckler. He'll fire a 3. That's nowhere close. Ball's loose, and Henry will come away with the loose ball. He's in a triple team, and we've got a timeout on the floor because he was in a peck of trouble. We'll step aside as well. 4:37 to play in the game. Elsberry still leads it by 10. You're listening to Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Don't let winter stop you from looking ahead to spring. Eolia Landscape Supply knows that fall cleanup is still underway when weather cooperates. Whether it's getting
Community
rid of leaves
State
or
Bank of
cutting back
Missouri
shrubs
in
to
Bowling
allow
Green
for
and
new
Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Hi, folks. This is Eric Schaefer. With sports season upon us, be treated like the pros. If your athlete has experienced an injury during a game or practice, let our experienced sports medicine team at Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy Department get them back to play. We have 2 locations to better serve our community: Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine in Louisiana and Bowling Green. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community owned, nationally known.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
Well, the body language tells you everything you need to know. Mark Twain comes out of the huddle with their heads down. Elsberry fires out of the huddle, ready to rock and roll. They'll have it out of the timeout. Head by 10, 4:37 to play in the game. All 10 players in the backcourt. Twelman's tied up by Spoonhour. On the alternating arrow, Elsberry will turn it over. 9th turnover of the second half, 23rd of the game for Elsberry. Or check that, put it on the wrong side. 7th turnover, 18th of the game for Elsberry.
They need to go right at Bo Henry here.
Without a doubt, when Peters gets it in the paint, he's just got to turn and go to the hole. Eckler drives baseline. He's in a triple team. There's no future in that. He'll spin out of trouble that time and finally gets it up and goes. He's working hard. I'll give him that. He's got 4 fouls, so he's got to be careful. St. Pierre in the backcourt, looking for some help. Picks up his dribble now to Gladney. He'll get it in the front court, and there's a foul by Eckler, and that's it.
He's done with 4:07 to play here in the fourth quarter.
He'll finish with 11. And Elsberry will go to the free throw line. Brother Connor Eckler will come in for him. Officials haven't brought him into the game yet. What, they're going to play with 4? I guess they don't know it was 5 fouls. This is getting ready to be interesting. Gladney at the free throw line. He'll get 2 shots. It's the 10 foul double bonus, and it rolls in. And Eckler's just going to mosey into the game. Now they figure out it was 5 fouls. But it kind of took care of itself, didn't it?
Uh-huh.
Gladney with the second. It's off the front of the rim, no good. So the lead at 9, down to 4:04, leading score for Mark Twain on the bench with 5 fouls. McLeod drives to the paint with the left hand. It won't go. Henry with the rebound. Gets it to Kinsler. Kinsler now into the front court and is fouled by McLeod. That's his 4th. And we'll go to the free throw line once again. This time it will be Caden Kinsler, and he'll get 2 shots. The hill has become much steeper for the Tigers. Trailing by 9. Make it 10 as Caden Kinsler drains the first. Dakota Preston into the game for Mark Twain. McLeod will take a seat with his 4th foul. 10-point lead for the Indians. Kinsler with the second. It's on the way, and it's good. It's 41-30, matching the biggest lead of the game, 11 for the Indians. Spoonhour dribbles to the left wing, hands it off to Connor Eckler. Now to Barton. Barton on the right wing. Spins, looks for some space, into a double team. Will throw it up off the glass, no good. Spoonhour with the rebound, but they'll call a foul on the rebound. That will be on Eli Gladney. His 3rd, just the team's 5th. When you and I had Mark Twain against Bowling Green earlier in the year, the only 2 players to score in that game for Mark Twain were Barton and Eckler. Eckler is out, so the challenge is big for Mark Twain right now. They get the ball inbounds, get it into Peters in the paint. He can't find the range from point-blank range again, and Henry brings it down to his waist and gets tied up. That's lesson number 1 for young Mr. Henry, the sophomore. Don't bring it down. You're 6'5", hold it high. They can't even jump and touch it if you keep it above your head. They'll keep on the alternating. arrow, however. Reimel back into the game. He's fouled immediately by Preston.
Lakota's second. And I think Peters just has to kind of be a little more aware of where he's at on the floor. He's cutting everything and bouncing it right off the bottom of the rim.
Right, a little short. In terms of his move to the hoop, he needs to stay away from it just about a half step. Reimel at the line again. Hey, he makes one. And he'll get a second. 12 is the lead now for Elsberry. It's off the front of the rim, no good. Peters with the rebound, and he loses his footing. They're going to call a foul, a pushing foul. Looks like that's going to be on Gladney, so that's his fourth. Reimel and Gladney both with 4 for Elsberry. Eckler's out with 5. McLeod has 4 for Mark Twain. So we'll walk to the other end as we'll shoot free throws on both ends, and this last 3 minutes and 10 seconds could last a while, folks, so settle in. Peters at the free throw line. He's 3 for 4, make it 4 for 5 so far tonight. As he makes the first, he'll get a second. He's got 8 points on the game. He can make it a 10-point game if he can convert this free throw. Reimel will take a seat. Twain will return for Elsberry. One dribble for Peters, and the lefty fires, and it's the bottom of the net as well. So it's back to 10, 42-32, 3:10 to play. Elsberry gets it into Kinsler, and Henry set a pick. Nobody hollered screen, and Barton slammed into it. Picks up his 4th foul. That's an offensive foul, so there's no shooting. Illegal pick, so they'll take it out of bounds right here. That's a rule change since my day of playing basketball. That would have been a shooting foul. So now they're going to get together and talk about it.
Yeah, Mark Twain had the ball, and they called a offensive foul. How is it on Barton?
No, Mark Twain didn't have the ball. Elsberry was going that way with it, and Henry set a pick.
That's what I meant.
And Barton slammed into the pick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the question. It wouldn't be an offensive foul,
No.
would it? It would just be crashing into the pick, so it actually should have shot free throws.
Exactly.
Because it wasn't an offensive foul. He called offensive foul, but that's not really what it was. It was crashing into the pick, so a little bit of a break for Mark Twain. They're pressing all over the place now, and they're going to have to foul.
That's another one on Barton.
That's his 5th, if it is. Holy smokes.
With 2:53 to play.
Lucas McLeod will come in with his 5th.
So you've lost an 11-point score and a 10-point score. All that's left is the 9-point scorer, Caleb Peters.
And he's had a rough night. Although he's already got his average, he has 9. To the free throw line is St. Pierre, and he'll miss the first. He'll get a second. It's on the way as well. In and out, no good. So Elsberry can't put them away with from the free throw line. Still just a 10-point lead. 2:50 to go in the game. A lot of time. But Mark Twain's got to hurry. In the left corner now to Spoonhour. They'll work it around the horn to McLeod. McLeod in to Peters outside the arc. He's going to penetrate in the paint. Pulls up from 15. It's in and out, no good. Spoonhour with the rebound. It won't go. We've got a whistle and a foul, and if that's on Gladney, that'll be it for him. And it is. So Eli Gladney will finish the night with 14 points. Timeout on the floor. 2:28 to play. 10-point lead for Elsberry. Listen to the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Clopton tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Frankfort Farm Supply, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Carol Rose's Bridal. Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country Insurance Company provides farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service their customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by their office at 310 Business Highway 61 South, Bowling Green, to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country Insurance Company and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Eolia Landscaping Supply, Meyer Implement in Calumet, Missouri.
Ryan Spoonhour to the free throw line for Mark Twain. First one's up and good. He'll get a second. So they're under double digits now with 2:28 to play. You can expect an all-out press here on the inbounds if he can convert this free throw. And it's going to be off the mark. Henry with the rebound. Brings it down to his waist again. Nearly had it swatted away. Kinser will get it now. He'll head into the front court. He'll dribble in and out of the double team as they're running 3 and 4 guys at the ball handle, and they've got him tied up and stolen away by Spoonhour. Spoonhour goes, he didn't take it to the bucket. Pass it off to Eckler. He'll put it up. No good. Spoonhour should have gone ahead and taken the shot. Holy smokes.
Foul's going to be on Lucas McLeod.
And we'll walk to the other end and shoot 2 free throws. Henry had the rebound, and then they attacked and are whistled for the foul.
Oh, Henry almost wrapped Lucas McLeod up around that ball.
Yeah. Mark Twain has had a bundle of trouble from around the hoop tonight. Man, they missed a lot of shots within 3 feet. Henry's first free throw's up and good. Gets the lead back to 10.
He was 0 for 2 previously from the free throw line.
Second one's on its way, front of him, no good, so it stays at 10. 2 minutes to play in the ballgame. Will Elsberry hang on and get their first win of the season? Looking promising right now. Long 3-ball by McLeod's off the mark, no good. Preston with the rebound from Mark Twain. He'll get it back to Eckler. He'll shoot one from deep. It's good. That was from about 22 feet. And it's down to a 7-point game. Almost. And Rimal in a double team, and they're going to whistle a foul on Peters.
I almost scraped the ductwork. That was so tall.
We'll walk to the other end as Coach McCann debates that foul with the official walking right here in front of us. So let's see if Rimal can make a free throw or 2 out of these. He'll get 2 shots. It's a double bonus, has been for a while now for the Indians. Rimal's first one's up. Back to the rim and no good.
He's one of his first 5 from the free throw line.
I remember him having trouble from the charity stripe last year. Second one's on its way, and that's going to go. That was a good-looking stroke there. And it's an 8-point lead. 1:41 to go in the game. Right wing now to McLeod. McLeod will dribble right baseline, gets it into Peters. He'll go up underneath the basket too far, throws it out. Spoonhour makes a catch. He'll shoot the layup. It won't go. Peters put back up, no good, and there's a whistle and a foul. Is that going to be on Henry? Nope, they're going to call it on Rimal, and he'll be done for the night.
4th player to a side to foul out of this game. We still have 1:26 to play.
We've had a bunch of fouls. Had a bunch of fouls and a bunch of turnovers. And that's why this game's still going. As Peters makes the first free throw, he's actually been good from the free throw line tonight. He'll get one more. If you want to foul somebody for Mark Twain, he is not the guy tonight. Doesn't even dribble at this time. He's feeling so confident, just drains it. It's down to a 6-point lead. Now they get it into Kitzler, and he's going to be fouled. Usually, when you're 10 or 12 points behind, the fouling game doesn't work. But Elsberry hasn't been able to convert a majority of their free throws, and Mark Twain's crawled back into this thing. So we'll walk to the other end. Kinsler will shoot 2. He's actually 2 for 2 from the line so far tonight, both in the second half. Can he stop the bleeding for the Indians? He does. Nice stroke by the freshman, stepping up there with the first win of the season on the line. That was a confident stroke. He'll get a second. 1:22 to play in the ball game. Kinsler dribbles it 3 times, spins it, and fires with the right hand. That one's off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound picked up by Dakota Preston. He'll dribble out of trouble now, looks for a guard, gets it to McLeod. McLeod dribbles into the paint. He's going to the glass. His scoop layup's no good, and Henry's going to get the rebound, and he'll cover it up and be fouled. Foul is going to be on Spoonhour, his third. And to the other end we go, and Bo Henry will shoot 2 shots.
In the Dale Miller Gymnasium, they are underway in the second game. You're supposed to be calling that game.
I won't be, though.
Winfield leads Clopton 1-0.
They'll be at halftime. This game's over with. Henry back to the free throw line. The big fella aims with the right hand and strokes it home. He'll get a second. (46-38). Henry with the second free throw. It's on the mark as well. So it's back to 9-point lead, a full 3-possession game. And Eckler's going to fire one from deep. That one's off the mark. Peters with the rebound. His putback's up and good. And timeout on the floor. 47-40. Peters with the putback. 58 seconds to play. You're listening to Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports, Craig Bowen CPA, and Rawls County Insurance.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Twelman throws away the inbounds pass. Mark Twain gets it back. 57 ticks to go. They trail by 7. Spoonhour will take it out in the deep corner. He'll get it to Eckler. Eckler back to Spoonhour. To Eckler. He ball fakes, steps in, fires a 3. That's not going to hit anything, but the rebound by Spoonhour. His reverse layups up and good. What a catch and finish for Spoonhour, and we have a whistle on the inbound.
And a 5-point game.
We'll walk the other way. And is it going to be Kinsler? Did they foul the wrong guy? He's been pretty good from the free throw line tonight, 3 for 4, and he'll walk to the charity stripe one more time, and he'll get 2 shots.
He's, 3 of 4, 44.9 seconds to go. Ooh, just snuck that one in.
Hey, just what we talked about, these loose rims. Just get it on the front, and it'll trickle in. That's exactly what happened. He's got a chance with the second one now. Can make it a 7-point lead. And that was kind of important. That would have made it the 3-possession game, just a 2-possession game. So Mark Twain still in this. Hurried back. McLeod gets it to Preston. He hands it off to McLeod. He's going to pull up from 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounds loose. St. Pierre swats it all the way into the backcourt. Eckler's going to track it down, but that burns some clock for Elsberry. Eckler into the front court to Spoonhour. He'll fire the 3 left wing. No good. Rebound to Kinsler, and Kinsler's going to hang on and be fouled by Dakota Preston, and we'll walk the other way.
That was their last best shot there, I think.
They had 3 shots at it from 3. Couldn't get it to go. Granted, they were deep threes and under some pressure. Foul's going to go on Dakota Preston, his 4th. And we'll shoot free throws again for Elsberry. That's Kinsler. He's on the mark again with the first one. He'll get a second.
13 points now for Caden.
It's up and good as well. That should do it for Elsberry. Peter's going to drive in. They're just going to let him go. He shoots the layup. It's up and good. They get it inbounds now and tie up. They're going to tie up Sadler. And on the alternating arrow, Mark Twain will get it back. But there's just 5 seconds to play, so Elsberry's just got to kind of defend the bucket and don't let them shoot a layup. And let them make it and then take it out of bounds and don't throw it in. Three-pointer's good by Spoonhour.
We're not done yet.
It won't in. It's down to a 3-point game. Oh, Elsberry just threw the last. Let's keep it right here. Elsberry just threw the last inbounds pass away. And so there's still hope. Still hope after all this.
Do I have to invoke Elsberry in the Bowling Green tournament again?
I don't know what you have to do, but this is crazy. This has been the longest basketball game in the history of high school basketball, too.
Why not overtime at this point?
What the heck, yeah. So Mark Twain's going to have to steal it and hit a three. Not very likely. The question is, if once they get it in, will they foul? And that's risky business, too, because they'll have to go the length of the floor. So Elsberry's going to put it 4 guys at the half-court stripe, man-to-man press by Mark Twain. They'll run some sort of circle thing is what they're probably going to do. They get it in, and they're going to foul immediately with 9/10 is what I saw. We'll see if they put any time back on the clock. Sadler makes the catch, so he'll go to the other end and shoot 2 free throws. And the foul is on Spoonhour, his 4th. So 7/10 of a second. If he makes this, it's ball game. And he misses. So now what do? Now you miss it. Now I think you got to miss it.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, if you make it, the game's over. So, yeah.
Either or.
Either way, the odds aren't very good. Second free throw's up. It's off the backboard, no good. And a timeout with 4/10 of a second to go. So they'll have to go the length of the floor. They can catch and shoot, however. As I've marked some timeouts on the long side. So this is a full timeout. Let's step aside as well. 50-47, 4/10 to go. You're listening to Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Center Locker Service, Bouquet Florist, and Pepsi Refreshment Services.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own.
Here comes the baseball pass, and it hits the ceiling. And that's the way it's going to end. They'll have 4/10 of a second, Elsberry will, to get it in. As Lakota Hudson tried to throw a deep baseball pass, a fly pattern, if you will. And you got to get her up there in the air to hit this ceiling.
Yeah.
At the top of the old barn. So if Elsberry can get it in, they're going to get their first win. They do. It's stolen. Eckler's going to throw it the length of the floor. It won't go. That'll do it. Your final score, the Elsberry Indians with their first win of the season, 50-47 for Mark Twain. Abel's postgame shows next on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. The postgame show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops, is coming up next.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road. Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Time for the Eagle 102 postgame show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, it took all night, but Elsberry holds on for their first victory of the season, 50-47 over the Mark Twain Tigers. So Mark Twain, the 4 seed, out in 2 games here at the Clopton Invitational, and that is upsetting for the Mark Twain faithful for sure.
Yeah, I'm still trying to add up free throws. I need a calculator. Boy, there's a boatload of them shot.
Well, we'll go through some of the scoring for you. For Mark Twain, 3 points for Connor Eckler, 6.9 for Ryan Spoonhour, 11 points for Preston Eckler, 10 points for Jay Spartan, 15 for Caleb Peters. And both Eckler with 4:07 to go in the fourth quarter and Jay Spartan with 2:53 to go in the fourth quarter fouled out. Those are your normal top 2 scorers, and that's a huge swing in this ball game in favor of Elsberry. For the Indians, they had a 6-point night for Jake Reimel, 7 for Jack St. Pierre, 9-point night for Bo Henry, 13 for Eli Gladney, and 14 for Caden Kinsler. A lot of those coming from the line there in the fourth quarter for the Elsberry Indians, who pick up their first win under head coach Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, Mark Twain was 10 for 13 from the free throw line, while Elsberry was 17 for 32. 24 turnovers for Elsberry, and they end up winning the game, or for Mark Twain, I should say. 19 for Elsberry, so bucket load of turnovers for both clubs. Elsberry led it by 12 in the second half, and Mark Twain fought back and got it to a one-possession game right there at the end. And as you said, congratulations to Elsberry and Caleb Johnson on their first win. It wasn't a thing of beauty, but at the end of the night, the mark goes in the left column of win instead of the right column of a loss.
And now, are we going to have another team pick up their first win in this second game?
It could very well be.
Well, it has to be because they're both winless, right?
Well, that's true.
So two teams are going to pick up their first win here tonight here in the old gym. That's a nice way to end a Thursday night, and the winners will not only get their first win, but will match up against another one-win team for a trophy tomorrow.
Who'd have thunk it? That's all I can say about that. Who'd have thunk it, boy, oh boy.
It should be very interesting the rest of the week here at Clopton.
Without a doubt. Well, it's not going to be the rest of the week.
It's
just
tomorrow.
going to be tomorrow night, and we'll clue the fans into that again as we go into the pregame for the next game. Your final score of that game: Elsberry gets their first win of the season, 50-47 over Mark Twain. That'll wrap up this game. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the Silex, Louisiana game after this on Eagle 102.
From KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102, broadcasting 24/7, 365. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
High school basketball is on the air. Eagle 102 sports coverage of high school hoops is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bank of Louisiana, Calumet of Missouri, Eolia Landscaping Supply, Hankey Construction, Bowling Green Chevrolet, the Bibb Beach Funeral Homes LLC, and Collier Funeral Home, Cellular and Satellite Center, Bowling Green Tractor, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Bank of Missouri, Kathy Clean, J&D Tire and Auto, Meyer Implement Company, County Market in Louisiana, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Bowling Green Insurance Agency, Family Drug in Louisiana, the Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center, by Ingram Plumbing, the Airy Back Life Team, Liggins Flooring, Old Tops Pawn Shop, Midwest Pest Professionals, Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Pam Todd Watts Realty, People's Bank and Trust, Perkins Electrical Service, Young Enterprises Incorporated, All Parts in Louisiana, Pike County Mutual Insurance, B&B Automotive, Spring Hollow Coffee, the Mercantile Bank of Louisiana, Mike's Tire Service, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, and by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate. Now, KJFM Radio presents coverage of high school basketball on your area sports leader, Eagle 102.
Back at the 24th annual Clopton Invitational Tournament here on KJFM Eagle 102. Complete coverage of the tournament right here on your area sports leader. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross here in the old gym. Marianne Eberhardt in the high school gym with that Clopton-Winfield game that Winfield continues to lead in the second quarter. Are they in the second now? Yes, they are. 21-9. The Warriors lead the Clopton Hawks, and I think that would be quite an upset and quite a feather in the Warriors' caps.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit after we saw Winfield play the other night. They've got the goods. They're big and they're athletic, and I thought they may give Clopton a run for their money, and that is the case at least here in the first half.
This one, another team going to pick up their first win of the season, just like Elsberry just did. And I thought Louisiana played very well in the opening round game. A loss, but I think they're taking strides forward. And Silex, although they didn't play their best game in the first game of this tournament, we've seen them challenge opponents like Van Far, playing them within 10 a couple of weeks ago.
Right. The other night, their challenge was shooting.
Yeah,
shooting. I don't want to dwell on the negative, but it is what it was. They scored 10 points in the first half and did not score a point in the second half against Clopton. And as you well know, that's a recipe for not being very successful. So they've got to find somebody that can score the basketball, and if they do, that'll help. They're kind of like Elsberry was in that first game, looking for some confidence, and you could just see it building on Elsberry as the time wore on, and they, hey, we're in this game, hey, we're ahead, hey, we can win. All of a sudden it kicked in, and they went ahead and finished it off, and you'll look to see some of the same thing out of Silex. Look, for Louisiana, they just want to build on what happened the other night. They got Angel Yolola back at the point guard, which is a great help as he's been out the entire season. And that frees up some guys that were having to play at the point position and kind of out of position for them in Chapman and Washington. And so we'll see if they're able to build on what they started the other night. And as you said, one of the two teams is going to get their first win.
And then play for a trophy tomorrow. As both championship nights, because of some projected weather up north that would have affected Monroe City and Mark Twain, they've moved all the games, both ladies and men's championship night, till tomorrow. Opened up both gyms. So the girls will actually have 2 games here in the old gym tomorrow night, and the guys will have 2 games down the hall. Here's how it all works out. The 4:30 game will be the boys' or a third-place game between Wright City and whoever falls short in the Clopton-Winfield game. That'll be in the high school gym. Then, also in the high school gym at 5:50 will be the ladies' championship game between Monroe City and Clopton. Then the championship for the men will take place, round out the night in the high school gym. Monroe City will take on the winner of that Clopton-Winfield game. The old gym will have the girls' third-place game. Excuse me, they'll start it with the girls' consolation game between Wright City and Silex at 4:30. Then the girls' third-place game between I've got this messed up. All right, Elsberry and the winner of the Silex Louisiana game here in the boys bracket. That'll be the 5:50 game. So it goes 4:30, Wright City and Silex for girls consolation. Then Elsberry and the winner of this game for men's consolation. And then the ladies' third place game rounds out the night here in the old gym. All right. I've got it all straightened out in my head now.
Yeah, you're good. You're good now. Do you even want to challenge the new Jim? Or have you already done that one?
I did that one first.
Well, you started strong.
I'm sweating after all that.
Well, the moral of the story is if you're a basketball junkie, you can come down here tomorrow night and watch basketball ad nauseum nonstop because there's going to be basketball going on in one gym or the other all night. So if you want to watch some high school basketball, come on down here to Clopton High School. If you don't feel like getting out, you're scared of the weather, whatever the case may be, we're going to have all 6 games for you here in some form or fashion on KJFM 102.1 FM or online. Online, I guess I should say, at KJFM Eagle102.net. So Friday night basketball, that's what it's all about, right?
And we'll end the night by awarding the Eagle 102 all-tournament teams.
There you go.
For both the men and the ladies. 5 minutes to go before we start this one. We'll take a break, come back with more of the pregame show here on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The Eagle 102 keys to the game.
We kind of hinted on them just a little bit, but what are your keys to the game for this one?
Well, find shots that you can make for Silex. Louisiana did a lot better job of taking care of the basketball on the turnover side on Tuesday night, so they need to continue to do that and build on their confidence as we go. Both teams have multiple players that they play deep. They go deep into their lineup, goes 8, 9 deep on both sides, so they can go full bore without fear of running out of players. So I would expect this one to be a wild and woolly up and down affair, just like the last one we saw. And with the prize at the end of the rainbow, a trip to the trophy game tomorrow night against the Elsberry Indians. 2:45 before we go here. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with the starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet, just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself, Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy. The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starting lineups for this one, for the Silex Owls, they're the 7th seed, coached by Aaron Hankey. They'll start number 0, a 6-foot senior, Justin Havlick. Number 3 gets a start tonight, a 5'9 senior, Tommy Grody. Number 10 in the starting 5, a 5'9 sophomore, Daniel Havlick. Number 22, a 6-foot senior, Trey Mudd. And number 23, a 6-foot senior, Brian Hankey. So again, for Silex, it's Havlick, Grody, Havlick, Mudd, and Hankey. For Louisiana, they're the 6th seed, coached by Matt Smith. They'll start number 1, a 5'9 sophomore, Tremaine Chapman. Number 3 gets a start to 5'10 sophomore, Angel Yalola. Number 11, he's a freshman at 5'5, Wyatt Harrison. Number 15, a senior at 6'2, Remy Felderworth. And number 34, a sophomore at 6'2, Ryan Capps.
Felderworth will jump center against, I can't see his number, that'll be Justin Havoc, and we'll do it again as they misfired on the first attempt. Louisiana moved from our left to our right on your radio dial in this first half. They're in their road reds. Silex in their home whites, and Silex controls the opening tip. Good-looking white jerseys Silex have on. I like those.
Yeah, they moved to Under Armour uniforms this year.
Did they? They run the weave, and Hinkey gets it in the corner now to Grody. Now on the high post to Mudd. Kicks it back to Havoc. He'll kick it back now to Mudd. His 3 balls off the mark. No good. Harrison with the rebound for Louisiana. Their first offensive possession. Ulola with the ball, left wing to Felderworth. Louisiana could use some offense out of Felderworth tonight. He didn't do a whole lot on the offensive end. Ulola drives in and runner's no good. He goes up and gets his own rebound. He's going to dribble out of the mess, gets it to Felderworth. Outside the arc, left wing. Now they work it right wing to Chapman. Chapman back to Ulola. Now to Felderworth. Silex in the 2-3 zone. They'll see. I guess they'll try and make Louisiana make some outside shots. They've got a couple kids that can shoot it. Chapman being one of them. He has it on the right wing. He'll get it inside to Felderworth on the block up and good. So right on the order, Felderworth scores the first points of the night, and Louisiana leads 2-0. Back comes Mudd for Silex. It's off the mark and no good. Louisiana with the rebound. They'll head the other way. Ulola left wing to Felderworth. He penetrates into paint. He's going to kick it outside, and we've got a whistle, and they called traveling. I think I saw that, but that's the call nonetheless. First turnover of the game by either club. Full court pressure by Louisiana. Looks like a full court man, actually. Havoc, Daniel into the front court to the elbow. Back to Hinkey. He'll penetrate in. He'll throw it up the right hand, count the bucket, and the foul. Well, that's what he did the other night, Brian Hinkey. When he got it, he went to the bucket. And the first time tonight, it works to perfection. And he'll get a chance for the three-point play. Foul on Chapman, his first, team's first.
I tell you, if there was a travel at the other end, that was probably a travel on Brian Hankey.
Kind of the way it works, or should work, isn't it? 3-2, Silex with their first lead of the game. Ulola on the dribble now to the right elbow, kicks it in the corner to Harrison. He'll fire a deep three. It's an air ball. Chapman with the rebound. His putback won't go. Havlick with the rebound. Justin head to Hinkey. They'll get it to Grody. Grody now spins out of trouble to Havlick. He'll dribble to the right elbow in the corner now to Havlick, and he traveled. Daniel and Justin, I'll try and keep them straight for you. Have enough trouble keeping them straight in my own mind. I got to warn you. First turnover of the game for the Owls on the travel violation. Ulola back into the front court for Louisiana. To Harrison. Harrison has it stolen away. To Grody. He'll go up from the left side with the right hand. It won't go. The rebound swatted out. Chapman's got it now. He heads the other way, and he'll slow down. And he loses the handle on the dribble and turns it back over. And I mentioned while you were distracted a while ago, Louisiana did a good job of taking care of the basketball the other night, but turnovers have been their Achilles heel this year. They already have 2 here in the early going. Into the front court is Daniel Havlick. Gets it ahead of the key to Mudd. Right wing now to Hinkey. Louisiana in a man-to-man. Grody now at the head of the key. Left wing to Justin Havlick. In the post now to Hinkey. He'll go up with the left hand. It won't go, and they're going to say an offensive foul. Must have had a forearm or something from our angle. Didn't seem to be much going on. Yep, it was the forearm. And he'll pick up his first. As silence falls over the gym. What happened? Somebody turned the volume off.
You know, the official on the far side.
Crazy.
Was at the center of the silence. I'll tell you that.
Back come the Dogs. They get it inside. It's deflected out. Felderworth's hands. Harrison picks up the loose ball. Skip pass right side to Chapman. He'll drive right baseline. Throws it out to Ulola beyond the arc. Back to Chapman. to Ulola. They'll swing it to Harrison. Harrison will fire a three. It's way off the mark, too. And Hickey's going to swat it out of bounds on the rebound. And Louisiana will maintain possession.
Tried to pull that arm down and sell it to the official, but it went directly off of Bryan.
On the inbounds, they get it to Harrison. He'll kick it out to Felderworth. Felderworth penetrates to the right block, up off the glass, no good. It's an offensive foul.
They are calling those here in the early going, aren't
Wasn't
they?
much contact there, was there?
No.
I didn't see much contact on the other end with Hinkey. Not a whole lot there either. But 2 offensive fouls nonetheless. Still 3-2 our score. Silex with the lead. Starting out just like we did in the other game. Low scoring affair. Mudd's going to drive baseline. He'll skip it to the baseline to Havlick. He has it picked away from his pocket, but Grody picks up the loose ball. Back to Mudd. He'll drive baseline with the left hand. It won't go. Rebound to Caps. Caps off to Ulola. He'll head up the left sideline. Reverses field, hands it to Harrison. Harrison to Ulola. Between the circles now. As they play a little catch around this zone. Chapman's just going to fire a three. Back to rim, no good. Felderworth almost had the loose ball rebound, and they're going to say it went off of Felderworth. Back to Silex. Washington will come in the game, and Felderworth will take a seat.
The only thing I can think of with those 2 early offensive calls is maybe there's something going on the floor that the officials don't like, and they're trying to squash it real quick.
That we can't see. Yeah, that's a possibility. Little man pressure by Ulola all over Grody. Tries to pick it from behind, but swats it out of bounds over by the Louisiana cheerleaders. They have to split the cheerleaders in half here because there's so many. 5 of them sit, 5 of them cheer.
Now, do they take turns sitting?
They do. They
Okay.
switch back and forth, nearly in the back court, but it's thrown away by Grody. Second turnover of the game, and Louisiana head the other way. They need to get something going on the offensive end. They really haven't had a very good look yet. They've left Harrison open. He's been unable to hit from 3 so far. Chapman now into Washington. He'll put it up, no good. He goes and gets his own rebound, but he puts it on the floor. That's a bad thing to do, and we've got a whistle and a jump ball. Is that what the call is going to be? It is. On the alternating arrow, Louisiana will get it back with 3:25 to play in the first. 3-2 Silex.
I tell you, if Mason could find another 10, 15 pounds, he could be a dominant force.
He's got some skills, and he's lanky, that's for sure. He'll shoot it from 3 from the corner. It's good. Mason Washington with the first 3 ball of the night for the club, and Louisiana retakes the lead at 5-3. Havlick loses the handle. He's in a double team, and he was tied up. And they're going to call a foul on Ulola. And actually, from our angle, he had him held for a jump ball first, and then when he spun away from him, he got tied up. But the official let that first tie-up go. This is a great seat for this stuff. We're close to the floor. Hear a lot of stuff going on. We're on the stage here at Clopton in the old barn as the entry pass from Hickey's deflected by Louisiana out of bounds. And the Owls will get it back deep in the left corner. As Ulola will take a seat and Richards will come in for Louisiana.
Now, Clopton is in a heap of trouble in the other gym. They're trailing Winfield 37-16.
Yowzers.
So they got the good Winfield.
Yep, and they look good. As you said, they've won 5 in a row, so they may have found their stride. Silex now working it against this man-to-man defense. Grody left wing to Daniel Havlick. He gets it into post to Hinkey. Kicks it out the mud. He ball fakes through. Free throw line kick out to Grody. His 3 from the right wing. In and out. No good. Washington with the rebound for the Dogs. Off to Richards. Richards into the front court now. Slows it down to Washington. Washington skip past to Chapman in the far corner. He'll penetrate. Drops it down to Caps. He'll drive baseline. His shot swatted out of bounds by Mudd. And the Dogs will get it right back. Down to 2:19 to play. 5-3 our score. Low scoring affair here in the early going. Chapman gets it inside to Washington. He'll go to the hoop. It won't go, but there's a whistle and a foul. That foul will go on Trey Mudd. And Mason Washington will go to the free throw line for the first time of the night for the Dogs. He'll get 2 shots.
2:17 to play here in the first quarter. They're already at the half in the other gym.
First free throw short. Y'all just like keeping this old man out late. I know what you're up to. It's past my bedtime by the time the game's over with. Washington will get a second. This one's going to be a good one. Second free throws, no good as well. Got to make those free throws. Rebound to Silex. That's Hinkie. You know where he's going, straight to the hoop, and he runs over Caps. The offensive foul. Second on Hinkie, so will he have to take a seat? He will. Up off the bench quickly is Wesley Perkins. Hinkie will go to the bench with 2:11 in the first. That's kind of a big deal for the Owls. Richards across the timeline now for the Dogs. Still a 2-3 zone by Silex. Jack Logan checks in for the Dogs. Jack in the corner. Plays a little two-man game with Chapman. They'll swing it now to Richards' left side. Back to Chapman. Chapman fires it. It's off the mark. No good. Caps with the rebound. His putback's up and good. Ryan Caps with good position. And he converts it, and the lead grows to 4, biggest of the game for either club. That's 7-3. Stolen on the press by Louisiana. Logan with it. Gets it to Richards. Richards over to Chapman. Inside to Caps. He bowls his way to the hoop. It won't go. Rebounds loose. Washington with the rebound. He'll take it back to the glass, up and hit. A scoop move by Washington, and it's a 9-3 game, and Coach Aaron Hinkie wants a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 1:22 to play in the first. 9-3 Louisiana. Listen to Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Frankfort Farm Supply, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Carol Rose's Bridal.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Out of the timeout, full court man pressure by Louisiana, stolen by Washington. He'll take it to the glass with the right hand, can't get it to go. Chapman is tied up. Brody had him wrapped up in a bear hug. Are they going to call it in the act, or is it on the rebound? We'll see. Foul will be on Grody, his first. They're going to say it's on the rebound. Tyler Pedersen in. Caps will take a seat for Louisiana. Richards to throw it in.
I like Ryan Caps' game so far tonight, using that size as a big advantage.
Pedersen in the corner, kicks it back to Logan outside the arc, down to a minute to play in the first. Chapman now to Logan. He's open for three, right wing, in and out, no good. Washington with the offensive rebound. He'll kick it back to Logan. He ball fakes, gets to Washington, swings it left side to Chapman. He'll drive in, throws it to Pedersen in the short corner. He can't handle it. He'll get it out to Richards, though. They'll reset now with Washington between the circles. Right wing to Chapman, down the corner to Logan. His three from the rim, no good. Rebounds loose, and it's going to be Mudd. He's ahead of the pack. He'll shoot the layup, up and good. Trey Mudd with his first bucket of the night, and it's 9-5. We're down to 27 ticks in the first. Chapman to Richards. Richards hounded by Grody. Gets it to Chapman. Chapman inside to Washington. He'll go up off the glass and good. Mason Washington's game looks pretty good tonight, too. It's 11-5, down to 12 seconds. Full court man pressure by Louisiana. In the backcourt, Perkins gets it to the right sideline to Havoc. Up quickly to Grody. He ball fakes, gets the cutter, Mudd, and it's no good, but they're going to say a foul on Washington, I believe.
It is.
His first, and Trey Mudd will go to the free throw line. He'll get two shots with 0.7 of a second to play in this first quarter.
You know, Washington's not going to be the tallest guy out there most nights, but those arms, those are probably, if he sticks those out, he's probably wider than he is tall.
He's got a nice wingspan, there's no doubt about it. Into the game now for the first time, Blake Baragiola for the Owls. Second free throw is no good. Rebound to Chapman. He'll fire at the length of the floor. It won't go. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Louisiana Bulldogs 11, the Silex Owls 6. Second quarter's next from the Clopton Tournament on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix, Eolia Landscape Supply, and Alicia Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
People's Bank and Trust mobile banking app gives you the convenience of banking from anywhere. Simply download the free app for your Android or Apple device and get started managing your accounts, transferring funds, paying bills, and depositing checks. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought
from
to
the
you by
Eagle 102
Community
broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Louisiana leads 11-6 as we start the second quarter. Silex has it to start the quarter. Justin Havlick on the right wing, dribbles out of double team, skips it to Grody on the left wing. Now in the corner to Daniel Havlick. He'll drive baseline, kicks it to Mudd. Mudd penetrates in, drops it off to Havlick. His shot's blocked by Washington. Now Logan with the rebound, loose ball recovery, I should say. And the Dogs head the other way. Yalola back into the game. He'll skip it over to Logan. It's too tall for him into the bleachers. And the third turnover of the game will give it back to the Owls. Pedersen, Logan, Washington, Richards, and Yalola for the Dogs.
Logan said that one's on me, but unless he grew 2 foot in the time that pass was thrown, it's not on him.
Yeah, not a chance. Mudd, Havlick, Grody. Actually, Mudd to Havlick, Grody, and Perkins as Owls turn it over with a similar type pass. Didn't quite go out of bounds, but it was well off the mark. And the Dogs have it back up by 5. 2-3 zone by the Owls. Richards now to Washington, left wing to Yalola. To Logan as they work it around the horn against this 2-3 zone. They're going to have to get it inside to inside out it somehow. Washington, biggest guy on the floor, might want to get inside. He stands at the arc. Logan in the corner now. Looks for some help, gets it to Richards. Richards to Yalola. Now they're going to call a different play. Washington on the right wing to Richards as they work it back to Mason. Mason Washington, I should say. I hear Coach saying Mason, stuck in my brain. Washington has it in the corner. We've got a whistle and a
foul away from the ball on Louisiana.
Illegal screen. Nope. Yep, illegal screen on Logan. His first. And he'll take a seat. And Kellen Dewey checks in, the senior, for his first minutes of the night. With 6:16 to play in the half. Louisiana still on top, 11-6. Grody to the front court now to Mudd. Louisiana in a man-to-man. Mudd dribbles out of trouble. Hands it off to Havlick. That's Justin as they work against this man. Grody. Now to Mudd in the high post, actually outside the arc. Left side to Perkins now. He'll work to the baseline to Grody. He throws a baseline, and there's going to be a whistle, a foul, as it was stolen by Pedersen, but Mudd gave him a little forearm shiver. That'll be 2 on Trey Mudd. So Louisiana will get it back with 5:40 to play. 5 team fouls apiece. Hickey's going to come back in for Perkins, so both Silex players with 2 fouls on the floor. Felderwith and Capps will check in at the next dead ball. Dewey to Pedersen in the short corner, head of the key now to Perkins, right, or check that Richards as they're working around the horn now to Dewey. He'll drive baseline, he'll go up, his shot's blocked and corralled by Havlick. They'll head the other way. Grody, a little hesitation move, goes the hole, and he charges. Grody has 2 now on the offensive foul. You know, I had a philosophy when I was refereeing. A lot of those early block charges, unless it's a dead no-doubter charge, call a block, and then they'll quit jumping in front of them like that.
Yep.
But that philosophy's gone out the window because everyone's been a charge so far tonight. So they're going to continue to do it the rest of the night, I can guarantee you, if they think they can get the call. Yolola penetrates in. He loses the handle, turns it back over to fourth. Grody pulls up from 10 and drops it. Nice stop and pop by Tommy Grody, his first bucket of the night, and it's 11-8. Louisiana had a chance to really stretch this thing out, but they haven't been able to score here yet in the second quarter. Felderworth has it stolen away from him. Fifth turn of the game. Back comes Havlick up the far sideline. Fancy dribbling, drives baseline, then loses the handle.
We played over 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Only 2 points on the board. They belong to Silex, and a timeout is taken. 11-8, Louisiana leads in the semifinals of the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Clopton tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Clopton Athletic Boosters, Crossroads General Store, and Lynn's Heritage House. With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Don't let winter stop you from looking ahead to spring. Eolia Landscape Supply knows that fall cleanup is still underway when weather cooperates. Whether it's getting rid of leaves or cutting back shrubs to allow for new growth, Eolia Landscape is also available when you want a new design, fresh mulch, or maybe a new rock bed. They carry several types and sizes of rocks, and they're there to help if you're a do-it-yourselfer or need some assistance. Located at 290 North Old Highway 61 in Eolia. Visit their Facebook page for specials. Let Eolia Landscape Supply and Show Me Landscape Design help meet all your landscaping needs.
Louisiana on the offensive end out of their timeout, still maintaining control of the basketball. Silex still in their 2-3 zone. Yolola penetrates and traveled. Tried a spin move, had a little bunny hop in there. 6 turnover of the game, gives it back to Silex. And 4 turnovers in this quarter by the Owls, or by the Dogs, I should say. And allowing Silex to get back into this game. Hinkie now plays a little catch with Grody. They get into the front court finally against some token full court pressure by the Dogs. Grody dribbles to the right side, now to Mudd. Left wing to Havlick. Havlick holds it above his head of the key to Hinkie. He ball fakes, penetrates left elbow, now to Havlick. Back to Hinkie, right wing to Justin Havlick. Down in the post to Daniel Havlick, and he scores off the glass. Good look that time on a backdoor cut. And it's a 1-point game. Felderworth left wing to Dewey. Back to Felderworth. He penetrates in and he runs over 2 guys, but they're going to say it's a blocking foul.
Over in the other gym, Winfield leads in the third quarter, 38-16 over Clopton. So unless Clopton can put something together pretty quick, it looks like it's going to be a Winfield-Monroe City championship game for the guys.
Sounds like it. Foul was on Grody, his third. That's also the 7th team foul on the Owls, so Louisiana will go to the free throw, and Remy Felderworth will get a 1-on-1 opportunity. First one's up, it's no good. Mudd with the rebound. To Hinkie, up quickly to Grody. Grody's going to pull up from 16. It's partially blocked by Caps. Felderworth with the loose ball, heads the other way. Crosses it over, now left wing to Yolola in the corner to Dewey. Felderworth. They're working around the horn to Dewey in the far corner. To Yolola. Back to Dewey. In the short corner to Caps. Caps skips it out to Yolola. Around the horn now to Chapman. In the high post to Felderworth from 10. It won't go. Caps with the rebound. His putback's up no good. Dewey with the rebound, but he has it stripped as he went up to try and finish off the rebound. And Grody with the steal. Back come the Owls, down by 1. They can take the lead for the first time since early in the first quarter. Grody on the dribble to the left elbow, back to Mudd. He'll penetrate in, nowhere to go, drops it down to Havlick. He'll drive baseline, skips it baseline to the other. Havlick, Hinkie open for 3, left wing now, front of the rim, no good. Caps with the rebound. To the Lola, into the front court. Louisiana needs to try to turn this into a 74-foot game instead of waiting and letting Silex set up their 2-3 zone. They haven't had much luck. In the short corner now, Caps tries to force it inside, stolen away again, and Silex turns it right back over on the outlet pass. Lola to Felderworth. Back to Lola. He's going to penetrate in. He loses the handle. Turnover number 9 ahead to Havlick. He'll go up for the layup. It's up and good. That's Daniel Havlick. And the Owls lead it by 1, 12-11 with 1:50 to play in the half. Back come the Dogs. Nothing offensive from them here in the quarter. They have not scored a point. Unbelievable, actually. Around the horn. They don't look for anything but an outside shot. They got to penetrate in and then kick it. And they turn it away, turn it over. And Silex turns it right back over, stolen by Chapman, and he scores the layup. His first bucket of the night. He was their leading scorer the other night in the Tuesday night game, and it's a 13-12 lead for the Dogs. Henke on a pick and roll with Mudd. Gets it to the 17-foot mark, shoots it. It's way off the mark. Caps with the rebound. Ulola ahead to Dewey. Around the horn to Chapman on the right wing. Chapman will penetrate, pull up from 10. It's way off the mark. Caps with the offensive rebound. He'll go back, and he's going to be fouled by Mudd.
That's his third.
So will he take a seat now? We shall see. Caps will go to the free throw line for his work on the boards, and he'll get 2 shots.
Final minute here, second quarter, 54.4 seconds to go. 13-12, Louisiana leads Silex.
Caps' first free throw's up and good. He'll get a second. Harrison, Richards, and Washington in. Yolola, Felderworth, and Dewey out for the Dogs. 14-12, Dogs on top. Caps with the second free throw. It's on the way and good. It got definitely quiet again in this gym. Baseball pass up right here in front of us, caught by Perkins, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 50.4 seconds to play, 15-12. Louisiana on top. You're listening to Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by B&B Automotive, Minnemeyer Orthodontics, and Vicky Catawalder Real Estate.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the number one priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Hinky Construction, Midwest Pest Professionals, and Perkins Electrical Services.
15-12. Louisiana leads it. Silex has it out of the timeout. 50 seconds to play. Perkins gets it in the backcourt to Henke. Baragiola back in the game for the Owls. It's like a little trap by Louisiana. No problem. They get it to Havlick. That's Daniel. He throws it away. Stolen by Chapman. He's going to the glass. His layup's up and good. Tremaine Chapman's got 4, and the lead is 5 for Louisiana. Havlick back with 29 seconds. Gets into the paint, up off the glass, and good. Daniel Havlick, the sophomore. Nice move to the hoop. He's got 6. And up and down we go finally. 17-14. Back comes Louisiana. Harrison in the far corner. Down to 14 to Richards. They're going to wait too long again. They always do this. Every high school team waits too long. Richards going to penetrate into Harrison, and he throws it away. Happens all the time. Henke's going to the bucket. Layup up. No good. Harrison with the rebound, and that'll do it for the first half of action. Your score, the Louisiana Bulldogs 17, the Silex Owls 14. Halftime shows next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 Halftime Report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Clopton Tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Orff Construction, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Hi folks, this is Eric Schaefer. With sports season upon us, be treated like the pros. If your athlete has experienced an injury during a game or practice, let our experienced sports medicine team at Pike County Memorial Hospital Physical Therapy Department get them back to play. We have 2 locations to better serve our community. Pike County Memorial Hospital Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine in Louisiana and Bowling Green. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community owned, nationally known.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country Insurance Company provides farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service their customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by their office at 310 Business Highway 61 South, Bowling Green, to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country Insurance Company and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Halftime Report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Two quarters in the books here in the high school gym, or excuse me, the old gym, and 17-14 is our score. Louisiana had a couple of nice little runs. Silex crept ahead momentarily in that second quarter, and that kind of woke up Louisiana there in the stretch.
It did. Turnovers a problem for Louisiana again. They have 11 in the first half, and they got up, I think it was, they were up 11-6 at the start of the second quarter and actually had the basketball, but they had a stretch there where they turned the ball over about 4 times in a row and allowed Silex to creep back into this thing. And we've got a ball game, 17-14. Let's take a look at the scoring for the Dogs. Led by Mason Washington with 7, 4 each for Tremaine Chapman and Ryan Capps, and 2 for Remy Felderworth. Louisiana was 2 for 5 from the free throw line. As I said, they turned it over 11 times. Their biggest lead of the first half was 6 for the Owls. They're led by Daniel Havlick with 6, Trey Mudd and Brian Hinkey with 3 each, and 2 for Tommy Grody. 7 turnovers for the Owls. They led by 1 early in the game. That was it. They were 2 for 3 from the free throw line. I guess the real story right now for the Owls, Trey Mudd has 3, Tommy Grody has 3, and Brian Hinkey has 2, and those would be fouls. So they got to be prepared and be careful. You know, we had a game last night where a lot of kids had fouls going into half, and it was a Louisiana game. They can't afford to foul out, and they backed off and actually played pretty fair in the second half and stayed out of foul trouble. So Silex is going to have to do the same thing in the second half here tonight.
I heard an assessment of this Louisiana team that I think rings pretty true. They've not been a great passing team the last several years, but they had enough scoring to kind of mask that in the past. They're still trying to find that scoring right now. That's why they don't have the wins that they were able to post, not last year, but the years prior to that.
Yeah, they don't have that go-to guy.
Yeah.
You know, they had Richards for how many years? 3 years probably. When they needed to bucket, they knew who was going to get the basketball. They don't have that right now. And that's the same story as a lot of teams, though. We've talked about it ad nauseum. Actually, so many teams lost a bunch of their top scorers that they're trying to find their identities and figure out who's going to be their go-to guy. So Louisiana will have to continue to work on that. Silex, they're a scrappy bunch. They're in the game. It's 17-14 here at half.
We'll take a break, talk more about this in a minute. Over in the other gym, it's Winfield leading Clopton in the third quarter, 51-26, the 3 leading the 2. Heck, the number 4 seed won't even be playing on championship night. This has been a bracket breaker, this men's semifinal night here at the Clopton Invitational. We'll talk more about it after this on Eagle 102.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Halftime Report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Halftime of this game, and it's Louisiana leading Silex 17-14. And let me try and get through this bracket again because it has changed.
You sure you don't want me to do this?
Pretty much all the consolation will be played here tomorrow in the old gym, plus the third place game for the ladies.
You're on the mark.
All right. So here in the old gym,
you're on the mark, Mark.
We'll start at 4:30 with the ladies consolation game between Wright City, the 5 seed, and the 6 seed Silex. Then we're going to play the men's consolation game between Elsberry, who picked up their first win over Mark Twain, and the winner of this Silex Louisiana game. Then at 7:15 here in the old gym, they'll play the ladies' third place game between Mark Twain, the 4 seed, and the 3 seed Elsberry. While over in the high school gym, they'll start the night with the third place game for the men between Wright City and the loser of the Clopton-Winfield game, which it looks like Clopton's going to be in that 4:30 game tomorrow in the Dale Miller Gymnasium. Then they'll play the championship for the ladies at 5:50 between number 1 seed Monroe City and number 2 seed Clopton. So it looks like it's going to be Clopton back-to-back, boys then the girls. And then they'll end the night with the men's championship between Monroe City and it's looking like Winfield coming out of that game against Clopton, that 2-3 matchup. So it'll be a 1-3 for the title. That's tomorrow night. They canceled or condensed championship night into one night from 2, so they won't be playing any games on Saturday because of the threat of ice and snow to the north of Clopton.
Interesting how the girls' bracket has gone according to seed from start to finish. Kind of looked that way for a bit on the boys' side of the bracket, but then Wright City upset Mark Twain, and now all heck is broken loose tonight in terms of upsets, with Elsberry upsetting Mark Twain and Louisiana, or check that, Clopton in trouble against Winfield. So,
and it looked for a while like Monroe City was having their hands full before they finally just put the foot down and really got the gas going.
Yeah, they finished off Wright City 62-27. Have we told the other scores earlier? I don't think we have. Elsberry boys upset Mark Twain 50-47. Monroe City over Wright City 62-27. And, of course, right here at half, it's 17-14, Louisiana on top as we're about ready to go. Louisiana will have it start the second half, their original starting lineup back into the game, as is the case with the Owls. Keep in mind, 3 fouls for Grody, 3 fouls for Trey Mudd, and Brian Hinkey with 2 for the Owls. So they're going to have to be careful. Ulloa will start it for the Dogs, and Silex will come out in a 1-3-1 zone, and Louisiana kind of stares at it. You generally need to go with a 2-guard front against a 1-3-1. Felderworth comes out. He's going to work that. He's going to shoot the 3. It's off the front of him. No good. Short. Hankey with the rebound for Silex. Up quickly to Grody. He tries a backdoor pass. It's deflected. Tracked down by Havoc on the right side. He'll fire the 3. It's off the mark. Hankey with the rebound. His reverse layup's up and good. Havoc will say that was a pass. And it's a 1-point game. Chapman now back to Ulloa. I just don't quite understand why Silex, or check that, Louisiana doesn't try to speed up this game. They're playing right into Silex's hands, in my humble opinion. Chapman in the corner now to Felderworth, over to Harrison. Harrison ball fakes as they just go around the horn. Nobody's penetrating, nobody's doing anything. Chapman's just going to chuck one up now. It's way off the mark. Rebound tracked down by Caps. Good work on the offensive glass by him. Now Chapman's going to penetrate. Finger roll layup, up and good. Right over the front of the rim. Chapman's got some finger roll moves going to the hole. They try and press a little bit, then back off. Grody into the front court now. Hands it off to Havlick. Havlick, that's Daniel. Spins out of trouble, gets it to Justin. Justin now guarded by Harrison, right wing to Grody. Grody almost has it stolen away by Ulola. Now Grody gets past him, but reverses field. Left side now to Daniel. Daniel tries to get in the post to Henke. And Henke will dribble out, spin around, shoots a fadeaway 10-footer off the mark, no good. Rebound to Caps. Across the timeline now to Ulola. We played 2 minutes in the quarter. 19-16, Louisiana on top. Harrison plays a little catch with Ulola. Now to Felderworth on the right wing to Chapman. Chapman to Felderworth, to Ulola, to Harrison. Around the horn to go. Now back to the right side. Felderworth now back to the left wing to Harrison. Grody, he could have picked up his fourth. Fortunately, he didn't, but he swats it out of bounds, and Louisiana will have it out of bounds right here in front of us. Gets it into Ulola. In the corner to Chapman. Chapman now to Felderworth. Ulola, Harrison. Round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. This is kind of like a little kid's game, isn't it? Harrison now. Silex in the 2-3 zone this time. Louisiana just going around the horn. I guess they're burning clock and they're up by 3, so it's not the worst thing that happened. Harrison head of the key, fakes the 3. He'll get it to Felderworth. He'll shoot the 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Grody with the rebound. He's in a triple team. Has it stolen away by Harrison. First turnover to half. To Chapman, it won't go. There's Caps on the offensive glass once again. And he scores his 6th point of the night, and the lead now at 5 for the Dogs. Mudd now over on the far sideline. A little token man-to-man defensive pressure by the Dogs. He'll stop at the head of the key. Now looks for help. Gives it to Henke, cutting to the bucket. It's good, and the foul. Brian Henke hard to the glass. Gets the bucket and the harm. And he'll get the finish with a free throw. Foul is on.
I'm sure after picking up a couple of charges in the first half, he hears a whistle. He's going to be looking around, making sure it was on the other team first.
Foul's on Ulola. Henke to the free throw line is good. Felderworth takes a seat. Washington into the game for Louisiana, 21-19. We told you this was going to be a close one, and it is. Down to 4:20 to play in the third. They get in the post of Washington. He can't score from point-blank range, and it goes out of bounds off him on the rebound, and Owls will get it back. The chance to tie or take the lead for the first time in the second half. Havlick, Justin gets it across the timeline now to Henke. Henke skip pass over to Daniel. The left wing penetrates in the paint. Runner from about 8, short, no good, and it goes out of bounds. Didn't touch the rim, didn't touch anybody. So Louisiana will get it back.
Coach Henke was looking for a deflection or a partial block, and Havlick said no, that was just short. That was me.
He fessed up.
Yeah.
Nothing like an honest basketball player, huh? Harrison in the short corner to Caps. He tries to force it inside. It's stolen away. Grody heads the other way. He doesn't have the numbers. He'll slow it down, gets it to Mudd. Mudd on the block, goes up in the crowd. Count the bucket and the foul. Trey Mudd with a chance for back-to-back three-point plays. For the Owls, we're tied at 21. That foul on, not sure who it's on. I think it's on Chapman, his second. They put the foul
Yes,
number
correct.
first versus the number of the player. Kind of got me confused there. So Mudd converts the free throw. Back-to-back three-point plays, a 6-0 run. And just like that, the Silex Owls are on top. Logan checks in, as does Felderworth. Capps and Harrison takes a seat. Into the front court. Silex led by 1 in the first half. They lead by 1 now here in the second. Chapman drives baseline, drops it to Felderworth on the right block. He can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, goes up in the crowd. It's up and good. Kind of lost the handle going up, was able to force it over the rim and got the hoop. In the backcourt, Silex loses the handle. Now Havlick gets into the front court. It's off Ulloa's foot. It's loose. There's going to be bodies everywhere. Ulloa picks it up, gets it to Washington. He'll go to the hoop. Finger roll, no good. Chapman puts back, no good. We've got a whistle. Oh, they're going to call a jump.
Wow.
Well, yeah, that's not the worst call. Fortunate for Hinkey, it wasn't a foul, however.
Yes.
So the turnover will give it back to Silex as business is picked up here in the third quarter. Havlick in a double team, gets it to Grody. Grody looks for help. He dribbles into that double team. He's in trouble. Going to have to hurry to get it across the timeline. He does to Mudd. Mudd now gets a cutting Havlick to the hoop. It's up and good. Justin Havlick with his first bucket of the night from the backdoor cut. And it's 24-23 Silex. Logan back into the game now for Louisiana. He has the ball on the right wing in the corner to Chapman. He'll fake the three, and Logan's going to shoot one from the parking lot. It's no good. And the rebound comes to Washington. He picks it up, gets it back to Logan, right wing to Chapman. He'll drive baseline. His runners, teardrops up and good. 8 for Chapman, and it's back and forth now. Lead change after lead change, 25-24 Louisiana. Havlick throws it back door to Justin. Daniel to Justin. He has the first shot blocked, but the second one goes. And it's 26-25. Logan back for Louisiana. To Ulloa, back to Logan. In the corner to Felderworth. To Logan. He's going to shoot another three. It's way off the mark as well. And Silex with the rebound. Grody into the front court now to Mudd, top of the key. Cutting back doors. Havlick to Mudd is, check that. It's Havlick. His layup's up and good. Brian Havlick gives Silex their biggest lead of the game at 3, and they want a timeout, do the Dogs. 28-25. Silex, you're listening to Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Mick Mailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating and La Crosse Lumber Companies in Bowling Green, Louisiana and Vandalia.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Out of the timeout, Louisiana has the ball. Minute 30 to play in the third quarter. They trail by 3. Chapman now to Ulloa. 2-3 zone by the Owls. To Logan. Back to Washington as they work it around the horn. Ulloa now. Gets to Chapman. He's open for 3. It's on the way. Front of the rim, no good. Doesn't follow his shot. Rebound to Havlick. That's Justin. To Mudd. Left wing to Grody. Up quickly to Daniel. Had the cutter open Hinkey, but couldn't get him the ball. To Mudd. He's going to penetrate in. Kicks it out to the left wing to Havlick. Nothing doing for him. He'll hand it to Grody. They'll reset. Under a minute to play in the third. Grody now in trouble as he picked up his dribble to Havlick. Top of the key. Left wing. Hinkey, I should say, to Havlick. Now to the post, and Hinkey charges. Gave a little shoulder bump And the charge, that'll be Hinkey's third.
Little?
Okay, maybe a big shoulder bump.
He was definitely the bigger, stronger player.
Without question. And that's his third, so only 9 fouls on the Owls for the game. 3 Grody, 3 Mudd, 3 Hinkey. That doesn't bode well as we head for the fourth quarter. Chapman drives baseline, tries to force it inside to Felderworth. It's loose. Felderworth's going to finally come up with it, but Havlick got his arm in there. And a whistle and a foul on Justin Havlick.
Daniel.
Nope, check that. Daniel. It was 1-0, not 0. Perkins back in. Grody will take a seat. We're down to 30 seconds to play in the third. In comes Baragiola. And Hinkey will check that. Mudd will take a seat for the Owls. Ulola triggered inbounds. He gets it to Chapman. They get it into Washington. He can't find a handle. They'll kick it back to Logan. His three's in and out, no good. Tip in by Ulola, won't go. Chapman with the offensive rebound. It's no good, and we've got a rebound. Actually, they're going to say Ulola had his hands on it, was on the baseline, and so the Owls will get it back.
Baragiola checks out. Back in is Trey Mudd.
Little offense for defense here in the last minute of the quarter for Coach Aaron Hinkey. Full court pressure by Louisiana. They've got Mudd ahead of the pack. Felderworth gets back twice the block and gets a piece of it with 13 seconds. He takes a peek at the clock, gets it into the front court now, hands it to Washington. Skip pass over to Chapman. He'll penetrate in back to Washington. He'll shoot the three. It's on line money. Right in line with us. Washington hits a three at the buzzer, and we're tied at the end of the third quarter. 28 all. The fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Clopton tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Frankfort Farm Supply, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Carol Rose's Bridal.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Young Enterprises Incorporated, Crossroads General Store, and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
So Silex equaled their total for the previous 2 quarters in that third, scoring 14 points, but Louisiana gets the big shot there at the buzzer to tie this thing up at 28.
Nothing's been decided. 8 minutes to go. Louisiana has it to start the fourth.
You think both these teams want their first win?
I think they do, and I think this will be an intense fourth quarter. Washington Logan in the corner. He'll shoot the three. No good. He's had no luck from three so far, and we got a rebounding foul. They're going to call that on Felderworth, his second.
And it looked like Remy had the position. He just used the arm to kind of make a little bit more.
2-2-1 press this time. Harrison will come in. Logan will take a seat. With 7:48 to play in the game. On the inbounds, Havlick is going to be able to control it. Gets it back to Hinkey. He'll break the timeline now and hand it off to Grody. They'll set the offense. Louisiana still in a man-to-man. Hinkey right wing to Havlick. Down to Hinkey on the block. He squares up, looks at the glass, misses from about 8 feet, hit nothing. Harrison with the rebound. He'll get it across the timeline for the Dogs. In the corner now to Chapman. They'll work it around the horn. Into Felderworth on the right block. He'll kick it back out to Harrison to Uloa, left wing to Chapman. He'll penetrate in, find some space. His runners up won't go. And over the top rebound by Mudd. Rolled in, rolled out for Chapman, but he got to the ring once again. Grody drives in, he throws it. I think that was a shot, but Havlick grabbed it. Throws it backdoor cut to Hinkey. His shot's up, no good. Felderworth with the rebound for Louisiana. He'll hand it off to Harrison. He'll bring it into the front court for the Dogs. 6:45 to play in the game. We're tied at 28. Cap's up off the bench. He'll check in at the next whistle. Washington head of the key. He's going to shoot the three. He's feeling it. Count it. Mason Washington, his third three-pointer of the night. He's got 13. And the lead for Louisiana now 3 at 31-28. Against the man-to-man full court pressure this time. Mudd in the far corner now for the Owls. He has the dribble going, looking for somebody, guarded by Feldor. Now to Grody out the center court stripe. It hit him in the hand, stolen by Harrison. Harrison's going to slow down and wait for some help. And he'll hand it back to Yalola, to Chapman. Down to 6 minutes to play. Harrison's open for three. He'll let it fly. It's money. Timeout on the floor as Wyatt Harrison hits a three. Back-to-back threes by Louisiana. They lead by 6, 34-28. Timeout on the floor. Listen, Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Clopton tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Orff Construction, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Nutrien Ag Solutions.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Young Enterprises Incorporated, Crossroads General Store, and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
Full court pressured by Louisiana. They throw the baseball past the Mudd. He makes the catch and scores the layup. Got beat on the back. Never let anybody behind you. It's 34-30 Louisiana. Down to 5:45 to play in the game. Chapman open from three in the corner. That's off the front of him, no good. And Harrison just put two hands in the middle of the back of Daniel Havoc and gave him a shove. There aren't many officials on the planet who are going to miss that one. So the foul gives it back to the Owls as Pedersen will check in. Caps will step out. Mudd, or check that Hinkie to throw it inbounds for the Owls. He'll get it to Havoc right here in front of us. He'll get it back to Hinkie. He streaks to the hoop, gives it to Mudd. His wild shot's up, no good. Washington with the rebound. He heads the other way, waits for help from Chapman. He'll drop it down low to Washington's up and good. Washington with a bucket, 8 points in the second half for Mason. He's got 15 for the game, and the lead grows to 6 for the Owls. Biggest of the game, biggest of the half. Havoc in a peck of trouble in a double team. He tries to get out of it. They can't get rid of it. Now he does to Grody. Grody has it swatted away. It's loose on the floor and stolen away by Yaloa. Here comes Chapman waiting for Pedersen. He goes to the glass, but we've got a blocking foul.
And that's 4 on Brian Hinkie. But that's a pass you have to make across the lane like that on a 2-on-1.
And actually a good call because Chapman went to the left to try and avoid the contact, and Hinkie slid over and tried to pick up the charge too little, too late. So he'll go to the line, Will Chapman, on the blocking foul. I'm guessing it's a 1-and-1. No, they're not even in a bonus, so they're going to say that's a shooting foul. And it's good. It wasn't pretty. They almost pinned between the backboard and the rim and then rolled in. He'll get a second.
Clopton lost that game. 59-45 was the final. So Winfield in the championship game.
Both free throws good by Chapman, and the lead's now 8. Nearly stolen by Harrison, and we got a whistle and a foul on Yaloa.
Yeah, Angel got a little anxious there. They're smelling blood is what they're smelling.
They are up by 8. Just under 5 minutes to play, 4:57 to be exact. Grody in the backcourt now. Crosses over into the front court. Left side now to Hinkie. He'll drive baseline and has it swatted away by Pedersen, but it goes out of bounds back to the Owls. 2 turnovers for each club, so even as wild as it's been here in the second half, they've taken care of the basketball. On the inbounds, Mudd has it at the head of the key now, guarded by Pedersen. He's in trouble now, gets rid of it to Hinkie. Hinkie with his back to the basket now, spins around, he'll shoot a step back 3 off the back of the rim, high rebound, and Washington grabs it, hands it off to Harrison. Harrison in the front court to Lola. When are they going to back out and make Silex playing man? Maybe right now. I don't think Silex can match up to the quickness man-to-man. We'll see if that's what ends up happening. Harrison gets it back to Pedersen. Now to Ulola. Left wing to Chapman. Silex appears to have gone into a man-to-man. They have. Ulola now with the ball, 1-4 for Louisiana. They'll get it to Washington, now to Pedersen. Right wing to Harrison. They'll run the shuffle cut. Harrison gets a pick and roll. They'll get it to Washington. He stops, goes up in a crowd. It's in and out, no good. Rebounds off of Mudd, out of bounds, back to Louisiana. Ulola will throw it inbounds for the Dogs. Now they'll drop into a 2-3 zone on the inbounds and timeout on the floor. 38-30, Louisiana on top, 3:49 to play in the game. Listen to the Clopton Invitational, 24th version on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports, Craig Bowen CPA, and Ross County Insurance.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet, just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself. Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance and Bank of Louisiana.
Louisiana tried to lob pass on the inbounds. It did not work. Went off the fingertips of Washington. The turnover gives it back to the Owls. Back quick Mudd off the baseline drive. Trey Mudd up and good. He's got 7.5. Give him 10 for the game. And it's a 6-point lead for Louisiana. To Harrison. Harrison guarded by Mudd. He gets it to Washington. He'll throw up a wild one. It's good. Count the bucket and the foul. I got to say, he's so agile that he shoots some crazy-looking shots, but, boy, they always seem to be online. And now he'll get a chance to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Fouls on Justin Havlick, his first. Just the team's 5th. Neither team in the bonus. 14 fouls on Silex, 5 on Louisiana. Washington will be at the line to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play. The lefty aims and fires. High arcing free throw off the back of the rim. No good. And a tie-up on the rebound. Henke had it, but Chapman tied him up on the alternating arrow. Silex will get it back.
That's a good job by Chapman, though. He didn't have position. He didn't have the size advantage, but he went in there and got a piece of that ball anyway and changed the arrows.
Henke to throw it in against 1-2-2 full court pressure. Long pass caught by Mudd just in the backcourt. He'll hand it back to Havlick. He'll get it across the timeline now for the Owls. Hands it off to Grody. Grody on a between the legs dribble to the head. He backs out and gives it to Henke. He's going to shoot from 15. It's online. It's good. Brian Henke with a nice look that time just outside the right elbow, and it's a 6-point lead for the Dogs, 40-34. Ulola penetrates in the paint. Now he's got to get out. Throws it away. Stolen by Havlick. Justin goes to the length floor, lets the defense go by, and shoots the layup. He's got 6 in the second half, and just like that, we got a ball game again. 40-36, down to 2:40 to play. If this game gets close down towards the end, the advantage turns to Silex with the couple of seniors leading the way for them. Louisiana with the young players. 2:25. Chapman on the right wing gets the man-to-man. He'll penetrate in. His shot up off the glass and good. Nice penetration move that time by Chapman. It's good. It's 42-36. Timeout on the floor. 2:18 to play in the game. You're listening to the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Center Locker Service, Bouquet Florist, and Pepsi Refreshment Services.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
From KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102, broadcasting 24/7, 365. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
42-36, Louisiana on top. Down to 2:14 to play in the game. Hankey, high post now to Mudd, hands it off to Grody outside the arc. Grody will penetrate the left elbow in the corner to Havlick. Havlick gets it down low to Justin Havlick. His shot swatted away by Chapman. And Washington with the rebound. We've got a whistle and a foul on Justin Havlick. That'll be his second, I believe.
It is. Minute 59 to play here in the fourth. Interesting night here at the Clopton Invitational, and we'll have a whole bunch of games. 6 on the schedule tomorrow.
Woo-wee. You better rest those pipes tonight, big fella. Uloa into the front court for the Dogs. They're in a little 1-4 look. Right wing to Harrison. Harrison is pushed off his mark by Havlick. That is the 6th team foul, I believe. So one more, and we'll start shooting free throws. Harrison to trigger it inbounds for the Dogs on the far sideline, straight across from us, the 28-foot mark. Harrison will get it into Washington. Washington dribbles out of trouble, but then nearly throws it away. It's deflected back to Ulola. To Harrison. Back to Ulola. To Chapman. Chapman's going to penetrate in, and he gets it to Felderworth, but there's going to be a hand check foul. And that'll send Tremaine Chapman to the free throw line to shoot 1-1.
Third on Havlick.
He went from 0 to 3 in a fairly short order in the foul category. So Chapman with a 1-1, leading by 6. 1:35 to play in the game. Free throws back to the rim, no good. Rebound deflected off to Daniel Havlick. Owls hustled up the floor. Henke gets it to Grody. Grody on a pick and roll with Mudd. To the elbow, splits the defense. It won't go, but there's a whistle and a foul. And that's the way the Owls want to score with no time running off the clock. Foul's going to be Ulola, his 3rd. I checked that 4th. And Grody will go to the line, and he'll get 2 shots. The right-hander aims and fires, and he drains the first one. He'll get a second. Perkins and Thurlman into the game. You know what they're in for, don't you?
Fouls.
You got it. They put him up on front on the press. They'll try and steal it on the press. If they don't, they'll foul immediately, or that's what they'll be instructed to do. Grody's second free throw, 360, no good. And there's the foul as Washington grabs the rebound. And this minute 23 will last a while. We'll walk to the other end. And Washington will get a 1-on-1 opportunity.
0 for 2 from the line so far tonight.
.42-37. Let's see if the sophomore's got any ice in his veins here, trying to get the first win of the year for the Dogs. Somebody's going to get the first win as the first one's good. He'll get a second. 1:23 to play.
18 points right now.
Yeah, he can make this a 3-possession game with this free throw, and it's off the rim, no good. Nice block out by Mudd, but he can't go get it. And then who's it going to be out of? Off of? Yeah, they're going to say it's off of Mudd. He blocked him out good, but then Chapman almost beat him to the ball.
No one went after it.
I know. Mudd had him blocked off.
And then it ends up going off of Mudd's knee out of bounds.
That was kind of an interesting play. So the offense for defense subs come in. Ulola to throw it in bounds. He'll get it to Harrison in the deep corner. They're going to foul him immediately. Thurman, as Coach Aaron Hinkey all the way across half court. Officials are a little liberal with the coaches. They don't have quite the short rope they used to have, do they? So to the free throw line, Wyatt Harrison for his first trip to the charity stripe. 9-team foul, so it'll still be a 1-on-1. For the freshman, Wyatt Harrison. First one's up. It's good. He'll get a second. 44-37.
I didn't know if there was extra lines here in this small gym. That they
it's good. And it's a 8-point lead at 47-45. Grody across the timeline, giving some direction, looking for a screen from Mudd. Grody penetrates in, loses the handle, gets it back, steps through underneath. It won't go. Havlick with the rebound. His putback's up and good. And there's a whistle and a foul. And they're going to call that on Washington, I believe. And that'll be his second. And to the charity stripe will go Justin Havlick for the first time tonight with exactly 1 minute to play in the game. He'll get a 2-shot free throw opportunity. First one's on its way. It's no good. Still an 8-point lead. So it'll be a 3-possession game no matter what happens on this next free throw with exactly 1 minute to play. Louisiana's going to have to make some free throws down the stretch. Second free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Washington with the rebound. He's fouled immediately by Perkins.
Second foul on Wesley. And it'll be a 2-shot foul as they go into the double bonus.
Yes, it will. 59.5 seconds to play. Washington at the line, fires with the left hand. It's good. He'll get a second. Offense for defense subs again for Coach Aaron Hinkey. 3 in, 3 out. Second one's on its way. It's off the mark. Hinkey with the rebound. He loses the handle, nearly has it stolen by Chapman. He'll get it to Mudd. Mudd will dribble, penetrate. You know where he's going, to the bucket. His shot short. Harrison with the rebound. Harrison gets it to Ulola, and Ulola's fouled. So he'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2 shots. Will Ulola?
He's looking for his first point tonight.
Second foul. Let's see. Now they haven't put up a new foul yet, have they? Perkins had 2. Ulola at the line. His first one's up and good.
Fourth on Havlick.
His first point of the night. He'll get a second. 10-point lead. Second one's on its way. It's good. 4-possession game now, so it'll take a miracle for Silex. They need a 3 at this point. And Hinkey's going to fire the 3 way off the mark. Chapman with the rebound. Baseball pass ahead to Washington. He'll go up for the layup. It's good. And that's going to pretty much seal the deal for the Dogs. They're up by 13. Silex or Louisiana just needs to get away. Don't foul. Grody's shot's partially blocked. Ulola with the rebound. Havlick fouls him. That'll be his 5th. But it'll be to no avail as the Louisiana Bulldogs are going to get their first win of the year. As Ulola will walk to the free throw line, and he'll get 2 more opportunities. So quite a fourth quarter by the Dogs, as they've scored 22 points. Second one's on its way. First one's on its way and good. He'll get a second. It's on the way as well. Good rotation, good shot. 4 for 4 for Angel Ulola. And it leads 52-37. Just play straight up. And it's swatted away, stolen away from Havlick. Felderworth will get it into the front court with 6 with 5, and Silex is just going to let it run out. That's going to do it. The Louisiana Bulldogs break into the win column for the first time. The final score 52-37 over the Owls. The Abels postgame shows next on Eagle 102.
Time for the Eagle 102 postgame show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
People's Bank and Trust mobile banking app gives you the convenience of banking from anywhere. Simply download the free app for your Android or Apple device and get started managing your accounts, transferring funds, paying bills, and depositing checks. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Coverage of the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix, Eolia Landscape Supply, and Alicia Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent.
Time for the Eagle 102 postgame show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Good finish by Louisiana. They hit their free throws, made the most of their opportunities, and stretch it out to a 52-37 win over the Silex Owls. And it was the youngsters that looked more poised than the seniors from Silex there down the stretch.
Yeah, I mentioned that if it stayed close, the advantage might swing to Silex, but as you said, Louisiana able to make their free throws. They were actually 10 of 14 in the second half and were able to stretch out the lead. Scored 24 points in the fourth quarter, did the Dogs. They'd only scored 28 in the entire game up to that point, and so they walk away with their first win of the season. Let's take a look at the scoring for the victorious Dogs. They were led by Mason Washington with 21. 12 for Tremaine Chapman, 6 for Ryan Capps, 5 for Wyatt Harrison, and 4 each for Remy Felderworth and Angel Lola. They were 12 for 19 for the free throw line for the night. Biggest lead in the game was the final score, and they turned it over 14 times. For the Silex Owls, 2 players in double figures for them. Brian Henke with 12, 10 for Trey Mudd, 6 for Daniel Havlick, 4 for Justin Havlick, and 3 for Tommy Grody. The Owls were 5 for 9 from the line, turned it over just 11 times. So, you know, Silex didn't really play that bad. It was kind of what we talked about in the pregame. They need to find somebody that can score. They did a little better job than they did the other night, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, they passed up a lot of high percentage shots for those streaking down the lane, off balance, highlight reel type shots. And they've got to, you know, maybe fake that push and kick it back out, open something up out there. But it looked like they were trying to force something against big guys like Washington that just wasn't there tonight.
And they got nothing from the outside.
Yeah.
You know, everything, pretty much all the points all the points they made were from 15 feet and in. They didn't shoot anything, didn't make anything from beyond the arc. And you got to credit to the Louisiana defense a little bit. They play man-to-man, and they did get after it tonight. That was one of my criticisms of them in the game the other night. You know, they played really, really hard on the offensive end, but when you got to the defensive side of it, maybe not so much. And, you know, defense is about 75% of defense is effort.
Exactly.
And they showed a little more effort tonight, and as a result, they get their first win.
We'll take a quick break, set the schedule for tomorrow here from the 24th Clopton Invitational. It's going to be a busy tomorrow as they play both the men's and ladies championships nights. Instead of having 2 days of it, they've crammed it all into one. So we'll set the schedule for you next on Eagle 102.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get-rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
With winter weather upon us, remember one multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Don't let winter stop you from looking ahead to spring. Eolia Landscape Supply knows that fall cleanup is still underway when weather cooperates. Whether it's getting rid of leaves or cutting back shrubs to allow for new growth, Eolia Landscape is also available when you want a new design, fresh mulch, or maybe a new rock bed. They carry several types and sizes of rocks, and they're there to help if you're a do-it-yourselfer or need some assistance. Located at 290 North Old Highway 61 in Eolia. Visit their Facebook page for specials. Let Eolia Landscape Supply and Show Me Landscape Design help meet all your landscaping needs.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time for the Eagle 102 postgame show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
A lot of action tomorrow. Again, our final in this one, 52-37, Louisiana over Silex. Here in the old gym tomorrow, it'll be predominantly ladies action. There'll be 2 ladies games, 1 guys game. We'll start it with the Consolation Championship for the girls as Silex and Wright City do battle in a 6-5 matchup. Then we'll have the boys consolation game. I just couldn't get it out of my mouth.
You're having trouble with his old gym schedule for tomorrow.
Louisiana and Elsberry will do battle at 5:50. Then the late game will be the girls' third-place game between Elsberry and Mark Twain, the 3-4 matchup. In the high school gym at 4:30, it'll be boys' third place between Wright City and Clopton, a 5-2 matchup for third place. That's interesting. Then they'll have the girls' championship game between Clopton and Monroe City. That's Clopton is the 2 seed, Monroe City is the 1 seed. That's at 5:50. And at 7 o'clock, the men's championship between Monroe City and Winfield, 1 versus 3, to round out the tournament. And we'll award the Eagle 102 all-tournament teams after the girls and boys championships.
Well, as I told you, Winfield's they're a tough team to seed because a lot of these teams haven't seen them, so they just look at their record coming in at 4-4, and they just play a different schedule, and that's proved to be the case. They looked good the other night, I thought, and I think I mentioned during the broadcast they were going to give Clopton some problems just because of their size and athleticism, and it actually turned out to be the case.
So, an interesting night number 4, and we'll wrap it all up in 5, starting before those early games tomorrow here on KJFM. For Jim Ross, Marianne Eberhardt, Gordon back at the station. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to high school basketball on KJFM Radio. Eagle 102 Sports coverage of high school hoops was brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bank of Louisiana, Calumet of Missouri, Eolia Landscaping Supply, Hankey Construction, Bowling Green Chevrolet, the Bibb Beach Funeral Homes LLC and Collier Funeral Home, Cellular and Satellite Center, Bowling Green Tractor, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Bank of Missouri, Kathy Clean, J&D Tire and Auto, Meyer Implement Company, County Market in Louisiana, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Bowling Green Insurance Agency, Family Drug in Louisiana, the Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center, by Ingram Plumbing, the Airyback Life Team, Liggins Flooring, Old Tops Pawn Shop, Midwest Pest Professionals, Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Pam Todd Watts Realty, People's Bank and Trust, Perkins Electrical Service, Young Enterprises Incorporated, All Parts in Louisiana, Pike County Mutual Insurance, B&B Automotive, Spring Hollow Coffee, the Mercantile Bank of Louisiana, Mike's Tire Service, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, and by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate. Listen all season for high school basketball right here on your area sports leader, Eagle 102.